false episodes for
Oh,
4
yeah.
years. 4 years. And we're comparing people who
All right. We'll get into it.
I be hot.
Send these retweets out.
Ooh, got a Snapchat.
Sports. I'm on the side of your town. Lit. I'm on the side of your town.
This. That's our beat. If you didn't know.
Oh shit! I gotta get that beat. I gotta pull it up.
That's why I was doing it. I didn't hear it yet. I was like, do 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 do. Oh man.
I need to download it so much ish. I need to go buy a Mac. That's my next purchase.
I don't got the funds for that right now, or I would, but I don't. That drive is adding up on my gas is getting expensive, dude.
Yeah. How many days you gotta drive? You
Every day, I have to do 6 months of probation
Hey,
until
I don't know. Intro's tough.
until I can request telework.
That's crazy.
That's a state, dude.
That's crazy.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's been 2 minutes. All right, it's lit.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Welcome back to another episode of the House Divided Sports Podcast. I am your host, Dwayne Hewitt. I'm here with my guys, Chubbs and Smooth.
Yo.
This week we'll be talking about, we're giving you, we usually do football, basketball, but we're gonna do it all in one this week. So talk about the Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes battle. Bengals Titans. Can Ryan Tannehill win you a Super Bowl? He got some head coaching updates, some GM updates for you guys. And then we also got some NBA news, All-Star snubs. And who is the greatest defensive player in NFL history? Let's get to it.
All right.
Where you guys want to start?
Let's start off of what happened this past weekend. Let's start with the first game that was happening, the Titans Bengals game.
Okay.
By far, the most disappointing game of the weekend, in my opinion.
I agree.
Why was it disappointing?
Personally, it was disappointing because I vouched for Tanny 2 times, and he disappointed me.
That was your issue.
He definitely. I picked every pick this week. I got wrong with that one. The irony, right, Mr. Right?
Mr. Wright getting Mr. Crazy.
But no, that was the most disappointing one just because of how he lost that game.
Right.
And
I think it was disappointing too.
Yeah, it's just Tannehill.
So let's get straight to the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with Ryan Tannehill?
I'll go. I don't believe you can. Let's be real. I said it. We were talking about it. This man has been with the Titans starting quarterback for what, 4 years now?
Yeah.
About 4 years.
3.
Nah, I think it's 4.
3.
He was on the roster for 4.
2019.
3 starting, but the 4th year he took over for Marcus Mariota. Didn't he?
Yeah, it is 4 because he's been there every year since Patrick Mahomes been quarterback.
Okay. So out of them years, he's made playoffs every year. Great. Credit to him. But at least 2 of them years, he was number 1 seed. And he's done stuff in the playoffs consecutively every year to hurt his team's chances of winning. Specifically, throwing a late game interception at crucial times.
Was that a bad pass or just a great play by the defender?
Bad pass.
There was 2 defenders right there.
When he threw that pick, it just questions what do quarterbacks become?
Okay, all right. I see that was a bad one, but I hate that people are killing him for the screen pick. I think you can't kill him for the screen
Uh,
pick. I think that was just a great play by a defensive player.
yeah, I think in that situation, Ryan Tannehill, being a veteran, should know how to manage the clock. He should have played for the last possession. And if he
Who
couldn't move the ball, then he should have
even
played for overtime.
even that
That
you
like he forced that.
right exactly.
He forced it.
He should have been smarter with the ball.
Yeah,
He should have saw that he would have to throw a pretty tight pass to get that pass in.
it was two
He let
defenders,
he
bro.
let Eli Apple make a game stealing play.
Don't try Eli
Causing,
Apple like that.
bro, he sucks. Eli Apple sucks. There's a video out there of him getting burnt all throughout his career at the 20 different teams that he's been on because he sucks.
Not Ohio State.
Who can't? No, you see Michael Thomas comment about him. Michael Thomas told the
No,
offense
Nah,
coordinator.
I
He said
agree.
he said, "Give me a DB that can cover me."
Yeah, Eli
That's what he
Apple
said
sucks
in
less than
college.
I agree.
He sucks, but the way he talks pisses me off. I'm sorry. He acts like he's like a top corner in the league.
he's just excited about that. But I do got to take right. So Ryan Tannehill plays bad. It's that third. But I think you cannot win a championship with Derrick Henry either. I
I
think
don't I
the
don't agree
type
with
of
that.
the
I don't
type of
agree.
running back Derrick Henry is, he is not versatile enough, so you cannot win a Super Bowl with him. And because of the type of running back he is, you don't want to put any other running back in the game. So if your running back cannot catch the ball out of the backfield and is not a threat that way, you're not going to win a Super Bowl either.
But you don't need him to
Question.
be though. You don't
You
need
Yes,
don't
you
need
Derrick.
him
do.
You don't
to.
need
Yes, you
Derrick
do.
Henry. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Well, you don't need him, but are you really going to ever put a different running back in the game for him?
No, because he's a downhill runner. He
Yeah,
doesn't
but what
That,
have.
does he
he's a
do? He
downhill
does.
runner.
He only had one good playoff game, I believe.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah, but play that. Go ahead.
And I'm not saying this just because I don't think he ever will play for my team. Let's just put him for sakes on the Ravens. Read option.
Yeah, you want
You
You
Eric.
guys
don't
are
think,
not winning a championship with Derrick Henry.
but I'm saying, but think about it. You got to worry about the ball given to Derrick Henry downhill
That's
or
cute.
Lamar Jackson pulling it and get the
That's
for
cute.
that. That's five
That's cute in
yards.
the regular season. That's cute
Dwayne,
in the regular season.
I'm saying
you
that don't let's not sit here. That's not sustainable, bro. If you can't stop the run game, and if you put a
that's what I'm saying.
dynamic quarterback with him,
You know why the Titans have been so successful? Because they play basic football.
And Derrick Henry's last two
right,
playoff games, he has a total of 38 yards, 38 carries, and he only has
Man,
102
bro.
yards.
That last year,
That is bad.
that last year he played the Ravens, who had the number one rushing defense that year. That one time he only had like 38 yards. Right, Pernell McPhee shut him down that game. I mean,
y'all,
he made
y'all,
Pernell
are,
McPhee look good,
well,
but this year he
y'all are
was hurt
forgetting.
coming back. Come on,
Derrick Henry
And
is the
then when they
top.
were in the AFC Championship versus the Chiefs, he didn't have a good game then either.
It's
bro.
playoffs. Y'all talking about playoffs. They fold in the playoffs. But are you
Yeah,
picking him to carry your team throughout the season? Yes, you are. That's the
yeah, he
question you
could,
answer.
he
We're
A
in
could,
lot,
the
a lot of
playoffs, so
players
they were
fold
talking
in.
about playoffs.
Yeah, you're
but
right. Yeah,
but
I
but
get that, but teams make adjustments in the playoffs. Like if you know that
That's
you
my
have to
point
stop Derrick Henry,
exactly.
but you're still not. Who you
But
going to
he's
sub?
not a backfield threat. Like if
so
I'm not, I'm more scared of a running back that can run and catch the ball than somebody just running the ball.
this goes to my point about Ryan Tannehill
I
future.
get that.
You go through, you guys get the one seed every time because of how Derrick Henry is a beast during the regular season, right,
Titans Nation's gonna kick your ass right away when these clips come out.
bro? You get to playoffs and you sell every time, and you sell the bag. Whose fault is it going to be at the end of the day? They're going to get rid of who would you get rid of first? Derrick Henry or Tannehill?
Let me look up that.
Because
Let
the
me look up
the
Ryan
blame would be
Tannehill.
on one of them, right?
Let me look up Ryan Tannehill playoff stats.
Tannehill had a bad season, and not even a bad season because he was still the number one seed
Tannehill
last
had
year.
one good playoff game, and that was against a
Y'all
Ravens
talk
selling
about
ass
one game.
team
You talk about one game. Oh,
3 years
Lamar
ago.
can't win one game in the playoffs. Remember that was the narrative. One game,
It's
like
not one
twice.
game.
Twice. All right, twice.
In 2019,
But
he had a really good playoff
yes,
Yeah,
he
season.
had
against
what
the
He went
30.
Ravens, he
two.
did. He did. He
In the
played hard against the
season,
Ravens.
Went 2-1. I'm just talking about in the playoffs. He went 2-1, and he threw 5 touchdowns to 1 interception.
But
Last year, it was he was 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 165 yards, 69% completion percentage. And I think he threw that interception at the end of the game. And Marcus Peters caught that one, right?
He did. Yes, he did.
All
He did.
right. So
He
before that
forced it into
interception,
double coverage again for 2 years in a row. But
before that
yeah,
game, before that, he was 17 for 25, 165 yards. Isn't really good. All right.
In the
Uh,
playoffs, it's not bad.
yeah.
that
I
means you're
mean,
running the ball. That's all it
it's
is.
all right. It's all right. It's okay. Uh, yeah. But they weren't really running the ball. Derrick Henry only had 60 yards rushing.
How many carries?
He had 18,
Man,
20
I'm
carries,
not.
20 carries.
Man, it's playoffs.
That's 3 yards per carry. That's bad.
3 times 4 is
So
12. But
No, the
okay.
only bro, you don't turn up in the playoffs. Bro. If anything, your stats will decrease in the playoffs.
your
So
stats.
Unless you're,
okay,
yeah, because like, come on, it's
I'm hearing all that, but back to what my question was. You're the GM of the Titans. You're a diehard fan.
Who you gonna get?
I think
I'm not getting rid of
so.
him.
Look,
So
look.
you're gonna have to pay Ryan Tannehill for at least 2 more years.
I mean, take a chance.
I
I
can't.
would,
I would.
I would take a chance. I mean, look, obviously
The only
Tannehill
thing
probably would have one more year if they say they get a draft a quarterback that they're
That's what I'm
trying to
saying. That's
build.
the only thing they would have to do. They would have to draft a quarterback and have him sit for 2 years. But as that at that point, are you wasting Derrick Henry's prime?
But my here,
AJ Brown's prime?
I agree, Joey.
No,
Get
but
rid
it,
of
it would it
Tanny.
wouldn't. But it wouldn't be wasting it because you act like Tannehill like wouldn't produce. Like it's the playoff. It's the
My
playoffs.
But are you going to get to the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl is the ultimate goal.
I'm
right.
not. I'm not. But
I
if
don't
you're
think.
re, if
I
you're
don't
re,
think.
if you're rebuilding, if you're going to go out and draft a quarterback, if you're
Bro,
rebuilding, why not for them 2 years? You wouldn't sit that
No,
quarterback
the
behind
Chiefs
Tannehill.
drafted a
thank
quarterback. They
you,
didn't
yo.
rebuild.
The
Thank
Chiefs
you, Joey.
also.
Tanny is not getting any better. That's what my whole point is.
He doesn't
He
have to.
look at his age right now. When is
Yeah,
enough enough? He's been
He
put in
doesn't.
so many
yeah, I never.
situations to
He's only
succeed in playoffs.
33.
He
He's only
doesn't have
33.
to get better,
But I'm
Chris.
saying he has been in so many situations that he has had opportunities to perform in playoffs.
And did he not, like I
He's
said, throw
only
that?
At
had. He's only been in the playoffs 3 times.
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. Like,
What are you
chill. Like,
saying?
you acting like
No,
he's
bro,
like
bro. He is
he was playing
33.
with the Dolphins before that.
He's
Like, the
33
Dolphins
years
are
old.
going to the playoffs. Like,
He's 33 years
regardless.
old. I don't.
He
He's
had
not
a
done.
Seven.
He's not done
wait.
playing football, but he can be a backup somewhere. His
He had
No,
a
starting
he's not
year
gonna.
should be
If he
over.
goes anywhere, he's
he
gonna
had
go
a
to a
down
less.
year. He had a down year this year because AJ Brown was hurt all year. Julio Jones was hurt all year. Dick Henry was hurt. Last year he was 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
7 picks.
What are we talking about right
7 picks.
now?
Like, come on. It's
What
the
are we
Bruh,
but
talking
bruh,
I
about?
don't
bruh, bruh, bruh.
I don't disagree that he's not clutch. I'm not saying that. I'm
Here's a
not saying
quarterback
that.
I would take right now over him.
Who?
Fitzmagic.
I'd put Jameis over him.
That's ridiculous, bro.
I'll put Jameis over him.
That's
I
ridiculous.
swear to
That's
God.
ridiculous.
Jameis,
That's ridiculous.
hey. Jameis would ball with them receivers, would he not?
He's
Jameis
gonna
was
throw
1-to-1
20 interceptions.
and
Nah, nah,
20
nah,
touchdowns.
nah.
I don't understand.
Tanny is not the answer. Is correct.
In
He
the
is not
last,
the
1-to-1.
answer for the
in the
Titans.
last,
But he's not the
before
problem.
this year, in the last 2 years, Ryan Tannehill was 55 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. What are we? Why are we writing this guy off after one playoff game? You
Because
know what? You know what it
Chris
is.
is saying 2. He's saying 2 last
they,
year. But
Last year he didn't play bad.
dude,
I agree.
my point is he's getting
He got
up
a
in
68.
the
He had a
age.
68 completion percentage before the last 2 years.
My point is he's getting up in age. When are we starting to plan for the Titans for the
But he's not.
future?
But it's not like he.
33
But
is old
Chris,
now.
he's not
He's
standing back
not
there taking.
winning.
But
You just asked, can you win a Super Bowl with him? The answer is no. If you cannot win a Super Bowl with him, why are you keeping him?
You can win the Super Bowl with Tanny.
You can't win a
He's
Super Bowl
literally
with
just,
Tannehill.
bro.
You
Flip
can win a
flops,
Super.
flip
I said
I
that
didn't
flip
say
Tannehill,
flop.
he's
You
still
can win
top
a-
10.
I
He just
think
folded in the
honestly,
playoffs.
if I were them, here I go. I'm gonna say if I were the Titans, I would trade Derrick Henry. I would
No.
trade Derrick Henry.
No.
Listen to me. Trade Derrick Henry. You could get at least a first and a second round pick for Derrick Henry, right? You could be a running back by committee team, like for example, the 49ers. Running back by committee team, you get you a really good tight end and you have AJ Brown, get you a nice slot receiver. What they messed up is they don't have Adam Humphries this year. That was a big important person for them.
Ryan is ass. Thank you.
How is he ass? 55 and
You know
13
what you
is
need to
ass.
do? You know what
Wait, no,
you
no,
know
no,
what he
no,
need to do? No, you
I
know what they
don't
need
get
to
it.
do?
I don't
I'm
get it.
going to take I'm gonna bid off Joey because Joey made a good point. They can go get Deshaun. Trade Tannehill's ass to Texans. Better than David Mills, right?
That's worth it. That's worth it.
That's
Better than
what I
David
said.
Mills.
If
That's
I'm
worth
Tannehill
it.
saying it's
leaves
time to move
Tennessee,
on from Ryan. It's time to move on.
but you're
I'm
saying you
saying
can't win with him. You can win with
you
Tannehill,
can
bro.
win
You
with
You can
Tannehill.
win with
can't.
Tannehill.
You
Yes, you can.
can't.
You
You
can win with
can't.
Tannehill.
You
If
can't.
Tannehill could get you to the playoffs with the number one seed, you can win, bro. What? The Bengals are about to win the Super Bowl. Like, come on now. Like, he can,
No, he
bro.
cannot. He cannot win a Super Bowl.
No,
Can't.
no,
He
I
can't.
disagree.
Why can't he
He
win?
didn't.
Nah, bro. You can win with
He can
Tannehill,
definitely
bro.
win.
Bro, he
Bro,
could.
in the last 3 years, his record is 29 and 13. Sorry, my bad. Correction. His record is 30 and 13. Why can't you win with him? Why not?
You
Why
know
can't you do
why?
that?
You know why?
76 touchdowns
You know why?
to 27 picks.
He's not even a
Yo, what are
top.
we talking about?
He's not even a top 5, top 6, top 8. Whatever you want, quarterback in the AFC. That's why.
He's not
You're
top 8. He's the best quarterback in his division.
Chris,
bro.
stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Bro, no,
Let's
he's
go.
not.
Let's go.
He's sorry.
Patrick Mahomes.
Sorry.
Patrick Mahomes.
Let's go. Top 5 because there's only what 6, 8 teams in the playoffs, right? Top 5. This is why he's gonna run into Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow. I'm taking Lamar over Tannehill. Sorry,
He's MVP, so I can see it, but he's beating Lamar in the
Josh
playoffs.
Allen,
Josh Allen, yeah.
and I gotta think of the last one because this is crucial.
You
This is
gonna say
crucial.
Justin Herbert or
How
Yeah.
Aaron
did
Rodgers?
Tanny?
He
I
How
would
gonna
did
take
say one
Tanny
of
Justin
them.
carry
Herbert.
them?
I
How
would take
did
Justin Herbert.
time
Herbert.
out? I want to go Joey in the chat. You say Tanny carried them in the championship to the
Oh,
AFC. Henry carried them to the champ, and I'm not taking Justin Herbert because he can't make the playoffs.
all
You
right.
say
Sorry.
Henry carried
Derek
them.
Carr. Derek Carr.
Derek
No,
Carr? No. Henry carried them.
no,
I'm lying. I'm
What?
taking.
no.
What?
I stand on that. No.
I'm taking
What?
Derek Carr over Tannehill.
What?
First of all, Joey, how did Henry carry them to the championship
He
when
said to Sean.
he scored? He
He's hurt.
scored. He scored. He scored 5 touchdowns and 1 interception in that playoff run that they went to the AFC Championship. Like, stop it.
I'm about to pull up. Bro, there's more. There's more than 6.
Who else? Who else you're taking?
Bro, he's a top 10
I'm not
quarterback
taking
because
just
if you go in, it doesn't matter. All the better quarterbacks are in the AFC besides Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, bro.
top
So,
10.
yes.
He might be number 10.
Who?
That's what I said because you put Derek Carr in there. I'm
Who?
not putting Derek Carr in the
Who's
top
top
10.
10?
Nah, he might. Nah, he's top. He's
Ryan
top 15.
Tannehill is top
Top
10.
He's top
He
15.
is
Not
not top 10. You are tripping. You are tripping, my boy.
We
I'm
went
taking
over
I'm
this.
taking Kirk Cousins over him.
No.
Bro, I'm taking Kirk Cousins over there.
No.
Bro.
No. Stop.
Taking Kirk Cousins.
Because you say you wasn't taking Russell Wilson? No.
Yes, I'm taking Russell
No.
Wilson over
Oh
him.
my goodness. No.
Oh, nah.
No.
All right,
No.
DL, stop it.
What has Russell Wilson done for me lately?
Stop. Can we stop? Can we please stop?
Russell
Hey,
Wilson 2 years ago, yes.
Let's get past this. Let's get past this Bengals Titans.
Joey, wait. I just want to say.
Because Chris cannot find non-quarterbacks.
I just want to tell Joey. 'Cause
No,
Joey
there's-
said.
so
Joey
I
said
found
Derrick
6,
Henry carried
and if
them.
there's 6 better quarterbacks than you, then why are we
No,
talking?
I said they're all in the AFC though. Like if you go NFC, it's only Tom
There,
Brady
you
and
said
Aaron
Derrick Henry
Rodgers.
carried them to the AFC
There's 10
Championship.
quarterbacks better than him, bro.
Only scoring 2 touchdowns in that playoffs. That's all I want to. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know.
I named 10 the other day that were better than whoever we talked about, and
they were debatable.
Tannehill was not on that list.
They were debatable. The
Bro.
only because
Bro.
I think Wayne
Hold on, is he
had
better than
Lamar by default because
is he
Lamar
better than
was
Dak
hurt.
Prescott?
He's the same.
Is he better than Dak Prescott?
He is the same. He is the same.
He's the same, and I have Dak Prescott in my
Dak
top
better than
10.
him.
I have him in my
Dak
top
better
10.
than him. Dak better than him. Is he better than Matt Stafford? No.
No, he's not. He's not top 10.
Is he better than Kyler?
Because y'all going based off of this past week, Matt
I'm
Stafford.
no,
It
I'm
was up for
going based off the
discussion.
top 10 quarterbacks.
Hold up. So we
He
potted
bought
a
this
little.
week. Matt
Hold
Stafford
on,
bought this week.
we
My bad. I'm
potted
sorry.
a little early before the 49ers Rams game. So let Chubbs really wanted to get some shit off about Kyler Murray. So right now, Chubbs, you have the floor to get off all your Kyler Murray takes. Go. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Dude, all the hype that he's had, he was been in MVP talks, right? Prior to
Mm-hmm.
previous years, correct?
Well, this year, but we got injured.
He got 1 year that he was playing really well, and then he got hurt. Then they took him out of the talk.
This year and last year it happened. Same thing
But
happened.
with that roster, and they actually gave you weapons this year. I mean, obviously D Hop got hurt before
The
playoffs.
biggest
That
weapon.
was big. But they did get you Zach Ertz, who you if you're
Oh,
listen,
yeah. Oh
listen,
my god.
listen
Zach
to
Ertz is
me.
all right.
Now,
Zach Ertz is
Zach
all right.
Ertz can produce with a quarterback like Kyler, correct?
He can. He's
Right.
all right.
Thank you. He's not better than Lamar. Sorry, Joey's trying to bait me. Look, the narrative got wrote for Lamar his very first game, the very first playoff game, which he went his rookie year. Kyler Murray is a number one overall pick. This is what year 3, 4, right? It's year 3, 4. And this is his first playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Put out a shit performance when he had probably his best team. Best team he's had since being at Cardinals.
I'm letting you get your shit off, man.
Without D Hop, I know he put up that type of performance. I don't can he win in playoffs? Because it honestly, if you watch that game, he looked like he did not want to be there the whole time.
I agree with Kyler. That game was.
The whole time. Not even
Was
before,
Hail Mary
but not
Day.
even. It was 0-0. He just his body language. He's like, I do not want to playing football right now.
I
And
mean,
that boy was scared.
he's getting eaten up. He's a
But
miniature quarterback.
I'm
Is he
saying,
better than Lamar?
I don't
No,
think so.
he's not better than Lamar.
Kyler Murray can't win the playoff game.
But my point is, all
That's all
these
the
people,
narrative Chubb wants.
that's all the narrative I want. Because all these people talk so much nonsense about LJ, but if you look back at his playoff games, yes, his record's not the greatest, but his only bad playoff game was his rookie year. He put up 500 yards.
We're talking about he played good against the Bills last
He
year.
got hurt.
When did he get hurt, Chubbs?
We're talking about when he got knocked out of the game and Tyler Huntley went in against the
Yeah.
Bills.
When was that? And what
Third,
point?
it was probably third quarter, but he was playing. He was playing better before he got hurt. He had a shit. I don't know what it is about Lamar. He always has bad games in the beginning of the game. Like he always fucks up, and it's like we got to play catch up. Let's be real. It happens all the time. He does it, and he needs to work on that. Lamar's not perfect, dude. I'm not saying he's perfect, but let's put some respect on him because he's not ass, and people the way they drag him every time he plays a game is absurd because the dude is nice. He has 500-yard total playoff games,
So
and he
you're
can't
saying that?
put up shit in the playoffs. Is what I'm saying. People say that he can't. He's not. He has Lamar Jackson numbers. Is what people say all the time when somebody plays.
Well, I mean, they're empty calorie numbers though, because you guys are already losing in the game.
Nah, I don't say that because he's always giving you a
You
chance.
guys are losing. Like you said, you guys play ass in the first half, and you're losing, so you're playing catch up, then he gets yards. That's literally the Dak Prescott effect. And that's why Dak has everyone confused.
But
Tim
but
being this really
Stop,
good
Wayne.
quarterback.
Let's
I am
not go
saying,
that far. Let's not go that far.
my point was we got
Stop.
it. We got to keep the same energy
Time out.
with all them quarterbacks.
DL, you're telling me to stop. Is that not what Dak Prescott does?
No. Come on, bro. No.
Go back to Dak Prescott's games. That's literally what he does. Like,
You
especially
serious?
the year, what was that last year before he got hurt? Oh my God, Dak is top 5 and he's number 1 passing.
But
I'm going off this
the
year.
question to you.
Every year, I mean, with this past year, every game that they played, they have been in the game for the most part.
Hold on.
He hasn't been playing catch up.
We're on the LJ thing with the catch up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about
So,
Dak. Dak ain't
so
been playing catch up.
that Titans game that we lost when we were number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
He had one bad drive, but from there on out, he was playing well. The defense end up fucking selling, if you remember, because Tannehill had one of his best games ever in his career.
And when would that guy do?
He didn't do anything next week though, so it's okay. Whatever he did. My point is,
Kyler
the games are not all just on Lamar. Sometimes he fucks up, and it's
I
not
thought we
all
was
his
talking
fault.
about Kyler Murray. Why you always coming back to Lamar? We know Lamar Jackson was written off from the jump. He's supposed to be
But I'm
playing
saying
receiver right
because
now.
people need to
He
be
is
the same energy with Kyler. That's why I'm saying it.
Lamar Jackson is the next thing to Michael Vick.
Lamar doesn't throw the ball better than
Kyler has been having a defense. He's finally got some. He's had weapons. Sorry. He's had weapons.
I'm sorry. I
They're
agree
just
with
adding
you.
on to more weapons for him.
Lamar Jackson is better than Kyler Murray. Yes.
He is.
If
There's no
that's
question.
what your argument is, yes. But
My argument
you're just
always
arguing about two people that just lose in the playoffs. That's all you're arguing.
No. I'm just saying, keep the same energy. Stop dragging the boy name whenever.
That's fair.
Why are they comparing him every time somebody plays when the boy hasn't even played for a month, 6 weeks, 7 weeks?
Because the
Why
last time he played, that boy was ass.
He's bro. We're not going to get into the Ravens. The Ravens
scramble
this year because we've already been there. The boy was running for his life.
Let's talk about the next game that happened then. So, to continue the great week of games, we had the 49ers and the Packers play. So, 49ers played. They didn't score a touchdown offensively, kicked a couple field goals, and they lose the game. Recently, the offensive coordinator from Green Bay got hired by the Denver Broncos. So, what do you guys think it means for Aaron Rodgers? How do you guys view him now? Does he stay in Green Bay or should he go to Denver?
Pause. Because I'm gonna flip that and ask you that question, Wayne. Because I want to go off of what you said.
Okay.
So
at this point, Aaron Rodgers has had a very underwhelming career.
It's not the word you used. Use the real word.
That's the word that I had to dumb down for him. Like he had to dumb it down to that
use
word.
Use the real word.
That's very, very disrespectful.
Hey! You think the Titans are gonna be on my ass? Titans fans, Green Bay fans about to be on your ass.
I'm going. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Do it.
I don't care.
Do it.
I'm gonna say it the same way I said about Dak. I'm gonna keep the same energy. Until he wins the Super Bowl, he's overrated to me. He can't do anything. Until he wins a Super Bowl.
Overrated
because it's Super Bowl or bust, and he's busting. Pause.
Oh man,
every time,
bro, you cannot. No, you're crazy. Aaron Rodgers is one of the most proficient or efficient, whatever you want to fucking say. Quarterbacks
he's efficiently good at only scoring 3 points last week.
Bro.
That's what he was good at. He scored a touchdown.
No.
The game, and then after that, for 3.5 quarters, he could not score.
That game was all Aaron Rodgers' fault.
Huh?
The whole game was Aaron Rodgers' fault?
Missed throws. At least 12 throws that he should have made. Why are you throwing to double coverage when Alan Lazard is wide open?
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you. That game was all his fault.
I'm giving him 60% of that blame, yes.
No. Because if we're gonna be honest, special teams gave up in total 10 points because one was a blocked punt, which led to a touchdown, and they missed a field goal. That's a 10-point swing.
Overcoming your Aaron Rodgers. Patrick Mahomes had.
Come on, let's be real.
Patrick Mahomes had his kicker miss 2 field goals and an extra point.
Okay, but we all know football is a 3-phase game. You need to win at all aspects of the game to win the game. They didn't win offensively, obviously.
Okay, go.
They played terrible offensively, right?
They played terrible.
Terrible. Okay. 49ers played defensively really good game defensively.
Who's a better team? Who's a better? If you had to pick before the game started, you would say you would take the Packers offense.
I'm taking Packers. I had them winning it all.
49ers defense every time.
I had them winning it all, but let's not be stupid here. Watch the game. If you watch the game, they were running the ball well. AJ Dillon was running the ball well. Got tutty, got hurt. The whole game changed right after that. because
You
it
still
was a cold. It was cold weather. That was
hey, I'm not
football
hearing. I'm not
weather.
hearing.
May I
That's
chime in
green.
for a second?
That's
AJ
Green Bay.
Dillon is a big deal in that offense.
Talking about
Big deal.
That's Green Bay's weather. He's home. He's in Lambeau. Don't tell me it's cold weather. That's what he feasts in. So I'm not hearing that.
That's what he feasted. Facts. Man, I'm gonna chime in though, because although I think you're wilding, Wayne, when you say Aaron Rodgers is overwhelming. I mean, underwhelming. Okay, use that
Very
word.
underwhelming career.
It's more sensitive to the ears, but yes, Aaron Rodgers should definitely have produced way more than he did in that game. On the
He
other side, though,
wait.
that is his what?
Let me just say one thing. Outside of the 175-yard catch at the end of the half, Aaron Rodgers threw 18 for 21 for 150 yards. Are we talking about Aaron Rodgers or Big Ben? What are we doing right
But
now?
like I said, hold on. I was
Bro,
about to say on the other side of that argument, they lost to them 3 times. This playoffs, this Tennessee-based game again. Like they got his number.
bro, yeah.
They got his number.
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers has never beaten the 49ers.
that's bad. You're supposed to be a top 5 quarterback of all
He
time.
put he kept them. He kept the Packers in position to
It's
win the
not like it's
game.
been the same coach. It's been different
Bro,
coaches.
Aaron Rodgers.
He kept them in the position to
Bro.
win that game, bro.
He's like,
So
When he
to,
was
bro,
in the
he's a
defense,
LeBron. He's a LeBron factor, bro. I'm sorry.
he didn't,
He's a LeBron factor. He makes your
come
team a contender.
you about to say he didn't keep him in a position to win the game, Wayne?
He
No, he
makes your team
didn't.
a contender. Does he
He
not?
didn't. The defense kept them in a position to win the game.
What?
They,
Wait, I'm asking
what do
you.
you mean they blocked them? What do you mean they blocked them?
I'm talking about
And
the
then,
Packers
like you said,
defense.
they
The
missed a
Packers
field
defense
goal
didn't give him a
too.
touchdown. If the Packers defense doesn't stop that potent run game, imagine if they were able to run the ball. If the Packers defense didn't play an excellent game, and and let's say they played an average game, and the Debo was able to run all over the field, Elijah Mitchell was able to run all over the field. Uh, what's his name? George Kittle was able
I
to
hear
catch
you.
a couple
I hear
passes.
you.
They would
But
get blown out.
we're not. But we're not going to
That's
sit
if.
here. We're not going to
Can't
sit
argue
here
if, Wayne.
and call a
And
Hall of Fame quarterback overrated. We're not going to sit
we
here and do
can.
that.
I
We're
can do
not
that.
doing that.
Just like I said, Philip Rivers is
He's
overrated.
got a ring. He can't. You can't call him overrated.
Trent Dilfer has a ring.
You can't call. But Trent Dilfer doesn't have MVPs, does he?
Stop playing with my
Okay,
man.
that's fine.
Okay. You can't call him overrated. I'm sorry.
He's not overrated.
Dude
He
is
is.
he is
However,
one
he
of the
should not have.
most efficient quarterbacks of all time in terms of touchdown to
You know who else
interception
is
ratio.
efficient? You know
And
who
he has
else is
rings. He has
you know who,
MVPs. Come on,
you know
let's
who
be real here.
else
Let's
is
be real
efficient?
here.
You call him ass? Ryan Tannehill. Very efficient.
He is ass because you know why he can't win. Can't win the
55
big games.
touchdowns.
I mean, Aaron
Can't
Rodgers
Aaron
win the
Rodgers has won a
has
championship
he's won
before
a Super
Wayne,
Bowl. He's won a Super.
And
He's
and
then
he
not
has
overrated.
MVPs.
He's not
since then,
overrated.
what has he
Stuff
done?
that Tannehill does not have.
Since then, what has he done?
Who?
Since then, what has he done besides go 7-9 in the playoffs?
Bro, he's had number one seed teams, just like I said. So
Just
there you go. There you go.
Tanny.
No, there you go. But there's a difference between Tanny and Aaron Rodgers.
If I'm
Aaron
the
Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. You're not walking away from Aaron Rodgers. You can walk away from Ryan Tannehill.
If I'm the Packers, I'm getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. Trade him, get some draft picks, and do something else.
That'd be the dumbest thing to ever do.
Why can't? Why? Why would that be
So-
dumb for
so-
them to do?
Because they're not losing because of Aaron Rodgers, and they're definitely
They're
not
not
winning
winning because
without
of
him. They lost the first game of the
Yo.
season without him, and then after that,
I'll be
what
real.
happened?
I
Played
gotta
that
take a
game.
piss, y'all. Hold on, I'm sorry.
The first game of the season.
I gotta take a piss.
Get out of here. Bro. They didn't. What are you saying? They didn't like.
Then he didn't play the
He
first game
played.
of the
He
season.
played the first game of the season.
I thought he sat out.
No, he played. They got whooped by the Saints. Scored
That's where
3
he sat
points.
out, Wayne.
No, he got. Remember, he got in trouble with the COVID and sit out versus the Chiefs.
No,
But he sat. He played against them boys.
But still, he went on a 7-game streak. After that,
Regular season player.
I mean, he's not.
I mean,
All
if
right,
you
so-
want to win a
I-
Super
well,
Bowl,
I-
you're
all right,
fine. I mean, you're fine with just winning in the regular season. I
All right,
think
check me
Green
out,
Bay
check me
Packers
out.
have Super Bowl aspirations.
I'll agree with you on that. If you say the AB is
How AB is overrated?
overrated, because I feel like I said. Okay. No, we're not about to get into it right now. We're not about to-
All right, so let's just.
All right, let's just go next way. So what's the next move for him? Should he retire? Should he go to Denver? What should the Packers want to do with him? I say the Packers should get rid of him. It's not worth the. Oh, is he going to be here? Or is he not going to be here just to lose in the playoffs? and not win championships. To me, that's not worth it. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I think he should go elsewhere. I don't think he should go to Denver because it sounds like a match in heaven, but I just don't think it will happen. I don't think they win.
Okay, so this is Green Bay. Would I'm say let's start with Green Bay. Would they want to
I
keep
would
him?
bully Tannehill out. That's what you guys are saying.
Green Bay would love to keep
No.
him, but let's all be real here. They have a cap issue right now.
A lot of people he say they're
Big
going to.
big cap issue, like 70 million type cap issue. They don't have the money to get back Devontae. You're gonna have to trade Aaron because if you get rid of those two, you get rid of your number one quarterback, your number one receiver. You don't have a cap issue anymore. Basically, let's be real.
Yeah.
They need to start a rebuilding, and that's what's going to happen because they're not going to be able to
So you
afford.
agree? So you agree that they should get rid of him?
They should
No.
because Aaron's going to want to go anyway because he's seeing that we have 70 million in a cap hit already. They're not going to bring back my big number one receiver.
They can franchise tag him.
If he leaves
Aaron
Devontae Adams,
he will leave the next
yeah,
year.
they both leave.
That's what I'm saying. They're both gone.
If they get rid of
So-
Rodgers, they definitely get rid of Adams, in my opinion. But I just don't think they will. I think he'll stay.
Why wouldn't Broncos be a good fit? Because they just signed.
To me, it is a good fit. I just think it's too good to be true.
What do you mean, bro? Think about
They
it.
have
Think about
Teddy
it. Think about it.
Bridgewater.
Think about
No,
it.
no, I'm saying like they have everything.
They don't
he
have
would
Teddy
need.
anymore. Teddy's a free agent. So,
But
Oh,
guess
he's a
what?
free
The
agent.
Packers had everything he would need to win too.
bro, you got
And now he got to go to the AFC and play them dogs. He has to see those dogs. He has to see him.
let's
And you
not
know who
sit
I'm talking
here.
about when I say he has to see
Let's
him.
not sit here and
Him.
we've
He
all
has to play
said this.
He has to play him twice a year.
We've
You think he wants to play him twice
stop,
a year?
stop. Have we not all said that the biggest thing the Broncos missed this whole year was a what?
Do you think he wants to play him?
I'm
twice
asking
a
you.
year?
Answer my question. They got a defense. They got
Do
receivers.
you think
They got running back. They
Do
got
it.
tight end. They
He
do
gonna
got
go-
linemen.
He got all that. Still won't win the division.
What's the missing equation? If and you might potentially add on Devontae Adams to that receiving core.
Still won't win the division.
What?
Still won't win the division.
They're cooking those DBs.
Still won't win the division.
They're cooking those DBs. They're cooking those DBs.
Still
He's not
won't win
gonna
the
win the
division.
They are cooking those DBs.
If Aaron Rodgers knows what's best for him, you better stay out of that guy's division. Stay out of that guy's conference. Tom Brady knew it. That's why he went.
So
Stay out
look,
of that guy's conference. Stay out
Aaron
of
Rodgers probably will end up there. His fiance's
he's
from
not.
Denver.
He's
His
not.
fiance's from Denver.
You know what he's gonna do?
What?
I'm telling you right now.
He's not going there because if he goes there, you can't call him overrated, underwhelming.
I'm not talking about Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Who has he never been able to beat?
49ers, yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be that team would win the Super Bowl.
That is my hot take, and that's where he's gonna end up.
Well, that's not really. I mean, let's be honest.
That'd be a cop out.
Is that really a big hot take? Because
That'd be KD.
he has stated that was the team that he wanted to go to in the draft.
Think about it. They have the
Pay
assets.
for it.
They could trade. They could.
Who they
trade,
trading?
They're not going to trade Jimmy G to the Packers. Packers would never do that. They're going to trade Trey Lance.
Nah, do you do that? Not give Jordan Love a
To
chance?
win now. You do that to win now.
But how's that a win now? Trey Lance hasn't really done
Yeah,
anything
you
yet,
said
right?
that,
Like you
Trey
said.
Lance.
I'm talking about for the 49ers. You do that to win now.
Oh yeah.
But
So they still might
that's
win.
not
with
that's
Jimmy
not
G.
smart though. For
Well, they
Green
get a bunch.
Bay,
They get a
you just
bunch of
wasted
picks.
a first round draft pick on Jordan Love.
Either way, they wasted it. Did you not watch him play against Kansas City?
No, because I wasn't watching the game.
Okay, he couldn't do shit. And they had his mom in the bleachers.
They didn't put it in the bleachers. They put him in
Yeah.
fucking nosebleeds.
You go and move your franchise forward with Trey Lance.
$40.
I don't think
The
they
same
get rid
type of quarterback with more upside.
No, I don't think they get rid of Aaron Rodgers at all. They're in a good.
No.
Everybody's in a good situation right now.
He's not going to be in Green Bay, bro.
That's his best place to win because he don't want to.
Yeah, that's his best place to win. That's what he wants to
He's
do.
not
He
gonna
might
be
not.
in
He
Green
might
Bay.
not make the playoffs over there.
I would honestly, I would. Denver would probably be the best. I'd like to see him in Tennessee. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice
Tennessee,
team
but
to get.
why would I want to trade? You better give me Derrick Henry because I'm not trading Ryan Tannehill for Aaron Rodgers.
No, you did deal.
You
You're
can give me
losing your
seven
you're
first.
losing your number one receiver.
You can give
Go
me 7 first-round picks. I don't give a
give him give
damn.
him give him Julio and Tanny and some picks.
Who are you gonna tell them he's not playing for them?
Bro, Julio is
It's too cold.
washed. It don't matter.
It's too
He's
cold.
washed.
Oh, okay,
Like Megatron. Washed.
okay.
All right, so let's get to the next game: Rams versus Bucks. As Chubb said, "What a game!" I thought Brady was gonna fucking do it again. Let me stop cursing. I thought Brady was gonna do it again. I really was scared, and I was gonna be. My weekend would have been ruined. Weekend would have been ruined. I thought Brady was gonna do it again. Thought he was gonna find a way to maneuver and win it because the Rams were trying to do everything they
They were
can.
dominating though in the first half.
Yeah, but
Dom-
then if I am Todd McVay, I know you don't want to do this to your running back, but there's no way in hell that Sony Michelle doesn't get every rep this week.
what?
Because there's no way in hell am I giving the ball back to Cam Akers.
All right, Cam
No,
He
Akers
fumbled
had
twice,
bro,
yeah.
bro. He messed up, but let's not sit here.
he didn't
Not
he almost blew the game.
Cam Akers should not be playing right
What
now
happened?
because he came back from Achilles, and it's unreal
That's
he's
cute.
doing this.
That's cute.
Bro,
No,
He
that's
definitely
still
almost
putting
blew that
up
game from
doing
the
some
board.
crazy
no.
shit.
Tell him go to Sports Illustrated and write a fucking outlook on it.
I
No,
I I,
you
I
fumbled
think
the
they
ball
probably give the
twice.
ball less than Cam, but they're not gonna
Yeah,
just give all the carries to Sony. Like, come on.
he's getting
Cam did
Cam
play well,
Akers.
other than a
Cam
couple
Akers. No, he
fumbles.
didn't. He had 28 carries for
Bro,
50
he had
yards.
some big plays though, is what I'm saying. Like, let's not sit here
What
and
big
he
play?
that reception that went for like 40, 50 yards that he almost scored on.
And then what he
That
ended
was
up
a
doing,
big play. They end up going in for a touchdown.
Chubbs.
Majority of my carries aren't going to Cam Akers. I'm not gonna lie. He fumbled twice in the playoffs, bro.
No, they're not going to shy away from him.
Chubbs, I think you're talking about. You to be talking about a different game. There's no
Bro,
Yeah,
way.
you probably talk about when Odell threw that pass to him
how many,
on the
how many,
sideline.
how, what I'm saying, he
Yeah,
has an
Chubbs.
impact on the game, is what I'm saying.
What impact are you having when you get the ball 24 times, you rush the ball for 48 yards, and
And I
you fumble
guarantee.
twice?
So
You
how
know
many
what
touch,
impact you have?
how many touches you think he's getting this week?
You know how many? You know if I'm the coach, he's not getting
No, how many touches you think he's going to
more than
get?
10.
He's probably gonna get less than 24.
Yeah, he might get
He's going to get.
15.
He's going
That's
to cut.
cool.
He's going to touch the ball about like 18 times.
Okay, I get he might fumble once again. What impact? You know what? He had an impact for the Buccaneers. That's what his impact was.
That was a. I don't know if
Almost
that
let
was a
them come
fumble.
back.
Don't know if that was a fumble.
Which one? Both of them were
They
fumbles.
landed,
Both of
they
them was.
landed on the head.
Clear cut fumbles. But let's talk about this. So, what does this win mean for Matt Stafford's career? How do you like? We asked about how you view Aaron Rodgers. How do you guys
Personally, I think
view
Aaron.
Matt Stafford move forward?
I think Matt Stafford, and this might be a stretch. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. I'm gonna say it. I think he is. I know the circumstances he's had on the Lions, but let's not sit here that he didn't put up fucking stats. Sorry, I need to stop cursing. Stats with the Lions. They just were a terrible organization. And he finally gets in a new spot, and what happens? Come on,
In my
he's
opinion,
one game away from a Super Bowl.
If he wins, then yeah.
I
all
think
right.
he's a future Hall of Famer.
And DL, you want to go or you want me?
You can go.
Okay, Matt Stafford is one of the most underrated quarterbacks to ever play this game. He played for the worst NFL franchise ever. We saw what they did with Barry Sanders. We saw what they did with Megatron. I am very thankful that he did not spend and waste the rest of his career in that horrible franchise. Very, very underrated. Chubbs this week was telling me that Philip Rivers is a Hall of Famer.
He
I'm I'm
absolutely
I'm,
is.
I'm taking Matthew Stafford over Philip Rivers every day of the week.
They're both
Every single
similar.
day of the week.
They're very
No, they're
similar,
not. Philip Rivers would not have done what he did on the Lions, and that is a
bro,
fact to me. It's a
bro,
fact to me.
bro,
You
bro.
don't try to convince me because you're not. You're
I'm not
not.
going to convince you, but
Imagine,
I'm gonna put some stats.
imagine I just want to say, imagine if and yeah, I'm shitting on Philip Rivers. I don't give a damn.
You are.
Imagine if Matthew Stafford had any of those teams that Philip Rivers had.
Granted. Let's be real. Let's be honest right now. Let's be
Hmm.
honest right now about Philip
But hold
Rivers.
on, let me finish my Matthew Stafford take because this is about him, not really about Philip Rivers. I just wanted to throw that
I'm
out there.
going to say
But yeah, to
why
me,
Stafford wouldn't do that, but okay.
to me, Hall of Famer easily, not first ballot, but second or third ballot Hall of Famer. He gets this if he gets this
Hmm.
championship and continues to play well for the Rams, maybe make a couple more NFC championships, maybe he might get another Super Bowl. Then yeah, he's first ballot without a doubt to me. But he's just continued to build upon his resume, and I'm just so thankful that he is no longer in that terrible franchise known as the Detroit Lions that Jared Goff got shipped it off to, and I feel bad for him too, even though he's not really a good quarterback.
He's not.
But yeah,
But all right, so I agree with all you just said right there. But I'm going to get to why Philip didn't win a championship, but still put up crazy numbers where he is Hall of Fame worthy. Dude is top 5 in yards
playing with
and
Antonio Gates, Vincent
and
Jackson,
touchdowns.
Latavian
Okay,
Tomlinson.
fine, great.
He had
He
Calvin
has
Johnson
he
though.
has an above
Sam Bradford. I mean,
above
not Sam
500
Bradford. Matt
record
Stafford.
in the
Good
postseason.
names I
Stop,
name and you name one.
stop. He's above
Yes.
500 in postseason. But the only reason he has not amount to winning a championship is because he had motherfuckers like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady when Tom Brady was in his prime dynasty Patriots. How is he going to win a championship going against the dynasty Patriots teams?
Ben won two of
Come on.
those.
But I'm saying, all right, but let's not sit here and say the Chargers always had an amazing team. They didn't.
He played with three Hall of Famers.
Okay, that's
Offensive
great,
talent.
but that doesn't always. There's like a Hall of Famers. There's a bunch of Hall of Famers that don't have rings, bro.
He played on great defenses. He had Junior Seau, Sean Merriman. Like what are we talking about? Let's
You're
not
talking about
act
great
like
linebackers, but I'm saying
let's
that's
not
not
talk
across the
about
board. Is what I'm saying.
my have
Compared to the Patriots teams,
bro. He only went to one AFC championship. He could have made multiple AFC championships.
Wayne, you're basing his career off of not winning a Super Bowl. Look at the competition he had to play against every time he went to the playoffs. Is my point. Stats wise, he absolutely is a Hall of Famer.
I
Stats
don't know
wise, he
if
does. He has
I
accolades. He doesn't have any MVPs, but he has the Pro Bowls and he probably has a couple All Pros. I
this
don't know
man
if they,
voted.
but I'm saying he has the
Where
career.
can I find his playoff record? Because I don't believe he's 500 in the playoffs. It's
I
going to be
saw a picture of it. He was like a couple games above 500. But so what? I'm saying that's above 500.
he's 5-7 in the playoffs.
Well, whatever. Close enough. What I'm
Pass.
saying. But bro, but
I don't
back to
know.
what I'm saying though. It's the competition though.
It's a weird comparison, Matthew
It's a
Stafford.
competition. No, but Dio, we're not gonna sit here and act like
It's
Philip
too.
Rivers
Because no,
isn't a
this
Hall
this
of
is
Famer
why
though.
this why I compare. Because before Matthew Stafford did this, he was considered a loser, right? Didn't win games. He was a loser,
I would,
and that's
but
how I view
yeah,
Philip
Philip Rivers
okay,
Rivers.
not a
a
loser.
loser. I mean,
Just hasn't won a Super Bowl is
what
what I'm
y'all put
saying.
into a Hall of Famer, it has very like a lot of characteristics. So I mean, if you classify a winner,
But
if
DL,
if Matt Stafford wins the Super Bowl this year, then he's no doubt, you know what I'm saying, a Hall of
DL,
Famer. Like in my opinion.
Philip
Hold on,
Rivers
I'm gonna tell you,
is
Philip
top
Rivers.
five
I'm not saying
in
Philip Rivers.
stats.
That's a lot of people have a lot of what you say
But
stats that don't mean anything
there's some Hall of
if you don't
Famers that
win.
don't have stats like that are in the Hall of Fame that don't have rings.
I understand that, Chris, but he also played with a Hall of Fame player like Matthew Stafford did and Calvin Johnson. He went to the Hall of Fame easily. Philip Rivers, he's had people to surround him and really hasn't produced to a point where he should have like been in the AFC Championship and won and the Super Bowl as well, like for years, Chris. Am I saying he's not a Hall of Famer?
There
No, I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer.
are quarterbacks that don't have Super Bowl rings.
I understand that, but
Okay.
Who?
All I'm saying
yeah,
is
Not San Marino,
but my
who
point
was
is
the best quarterback of his time when he was
right.
playing, which
I
Philip
mean,
Rivers was never top three.
and like you said, Matthew Stafford
don't
played in one
matter.
of the worst organizations ever, and was still balling. Like he, even with the Rams when he came to the Rams, still balling. Like he never really I don't think
When
he's
Phil becomes
questionable. He's still questionable about top 10.
when Phil becomes a Hall of Famer, we're going.
I'm not. I
I'm
think
gonna have
Phillip Rivers will be a Hall of Famer.
I'm
I
gonna have
agree. They
Yeah,
both
I
be
told
Hall
him.
of
That's on
Famers.
18th ballot.
But
eight.
Matthew
That's
Stafford's
hating.
Hall of Fame status will be based off of if he wins this year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what do
This year
you
will definitely define it.
what do you guys think about that end of the game call where they called the blitz and
Stu, oh my
Stupid.
goodness.
You already know how I feel. I've seen it. It gave me PTSD.
so in my opinion, I don't. And this is I'm very off on this because a lot of people don't agree with me. I don't blame the coach for that play because the play should have worked. The play should have worked if everybody ran the play.
Yeah, he said that everybody done this. Correct.
Everybody didn't get it. If everybody who blitzes, who's supposed to blitz, Matthew Stafford doesn't get the ball off him.
You know what?
But but my question is, you still gonna take that risk and leaving the best receiver in the league this year and run
Yo,
home
we
trips?
blitzed two more guys than they were blocking.
Wait, it don't matter. You still
You know
taking a
what?
chance?
You know where they messed up was Mike Edwards. I think it was Mike Ed. No, it was in Winfield. Winfield's not the fastest safety. Let's be real. But he came up at Cooper flat-footed when Cooper was sprinting, and
Because he
by,
didn't get the
So
call.
by
The-
time he turned, it was over. You weren't gonna stop Cooper.
everyone knows the call. Cooper doesn't get behind him because he fits his alignment,
so
his
question,
assignment,
question,
and his technique.
question though.
Mhm.
But
He
question
played
though.
the technique like he had
Did you
someone
hear
over
what
the
Cooper
top.
No,
said?
no, no, no.
Cooper said
Time
it
out,
looked
time
like they
out.
were too high safety, but then they could have been a cover zero man. Like he said, that he was looking at it. He studies it, the game. Yeah.
But is it a coaching issue, coaching call issue, or a technique issue? Because the same thing literally happened.
Personnel.
Like, but the same thing literally happened in the Chiefs. Why are you getting outside your normal play calling just because it's the last seconds of the game?
We're gonna get into the Chiefs game.
Like
Some
it don't
players.
like if you're my point is if you're a DB, regardless of what my coach calls, if I know that I'm checking Cooper Cup, I'm making sure I'm in the position, whether that's off and they're blitzing, whether that's pressing or blitzing. He just got beat. If you're playing 1-on-1, bro, you have one job. Don't let the receiver get behind you.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't blame the coach because I think he called
But
a great call. They just didn't execute the
but
play.
but at the same time, why you calling blitzing in that situation? Why you
Because
Yeah,
not
you
dropping?
don't need the blitz right there.
Why you not rushing 4 and dropping seven,
We see
dropping
what
6,
happened when
flying the
we see
quarterback
what
out?
happened when you do that.
What you mean?
Okay.
They still get in field goal range.
No, 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 no. No. You talking about the Chiefs game?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
he's
gonna get
already
into
talking
it.
about it.
That
But
Chiefs
but
game was.
All right.
in my opinion, I don't think Todd Bowles called a bad call there. I think Todd
Yeah.
Bowles called a call that should have worked, and his defense didn't get the play. We
Yeah.
all played football, or we
Yeah.
all played defense, and sometimes you don't know what the fuck the plays are happening, so you just do the shit that you think that's supposed to happen.
Is that okay though? This is playoff football.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
not
Receivers
a
I
good
blame
also.
the
excuse,
players.
though. That's not a good excuse. Yeah.
That's when I go ahead and blame the players.
So
I should have got it. Two of the linebackers that posted blitz didn't blitz. They were standing there and guarding nobody, not doing any in the field, just looking at each other. The corner that came off the corner blitz, who still could have got there, he slowed up. In my opinion, I'd rather you get that hit and hit him. And if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Then do that and that happens. Because they still got to get some more yards. So it's only 15. So, in my opinion, but that was a beautiful throw. It was a beautiful catch. Great
them
route.
Rams are scary, dude. I don't think anybody should want to play them right now.
Chubb said, should Cooper Cup get more MVP talks? Like, do you think?
That's been a discussion this past week. I've seen it a lot. People have been saying that maybe they need to talk about him a little bit more.
So
'Cause he
did Cooper Cup solidify himself as the best receiver in the NFL?
No, I wouldn't say
this
that.
year,
This year, yes, but not
yes, but
overall.
overall,
Every receiver has a breakout year. Wayne.
Is he in your top 5 now? Top 3 now?
he might be in my top 5.
Top 10, top
I'm
7,
saying because that dude, the thing, he's a
7.
his route running is
After the
his route
season's
running's
over,
crazy.
we're gonna do tier lists and stuff.
His route running's
When
crazy.
the season's over, and I want to see where we're at. But yeah, okay.
I have a pretty hot take with that. I don't think Tyreek is top 5.
Tripping.
I think he's a little bit outside of that. I think he's like 6'7", but I don't think he's top 5.
If
I'm
we
talking
being
about
real,
all intangibles.
if
Is
we
what
being
I'm,
real, Tyreek Hill is probably top 2 receivers in the league.
we'll get into it
But
later.
he might not be 2.
He's really fast. That's
What else matters?
I,
Yeah, Chaz, for you to say he's not top five, that's very wild.
I think I could find five I like more that are more
No,
complete.
no, you don't. No,
I
you
think I
don't.
could.
No, you can't. No, are those five are gonna throw the do signs up to someone in front of you?
Okay, he's very fast. Like I said, he's very fast.
He runs
So they
good
matter.
routes too.
Yeah.
Okay, but some games he disappears. He's never always consistent.
Bro, you can throw him the ball off the line and he will score. Literally. Turn and
And
catch and
please
run.
don't
He's
tell
got
me,
to have space. He don't not off the line. He needs some space.
please don't tell me you're putting Stephon Diggs in that five over him.
I have.
Oh,
I
good
have.
lord.
Oh
I have.
man.
All
Hey,
right,
hey, Justin Jefferson too.
let's get to it. Chiefs versus Bills. First things first. Was this the greatest game of all time?
It's one of them.
This one hurt my feelings, man. It really hurt my feelings.
You thought you was gonna come
It
in here
wasn't
and
what
talk shit, huh?
I was because of all four games. This is the one that I wanted to win the most. Like I wanted it to be the one I was right about. Tannehill disappointed me. That was the worst of the weekend. But this one hurt my feelings because Josh Allen deserved this win. He deserved this win from his play all year to what he did in the playoffs to stepping up and making plays when Stephon didn't because he disappointed me this game too. Even
He was
though
double team all
he was,
game.
that's what I'm about to say. He was double team, but so you got to make plays. You got to
That's
give
what you're
him. You
supposed
got
to
to
do
give
to
him.
a
You know
best
what
player
I'm
on the
saying?
team, receiver, whatever.
But the defense upsetted me. I was talking last week about who Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde being,
Mm-hmm.
all pros. They
Joel
went out there
John
and was
really like
getting.
them,
I'm
but
not gonna say, and like it
they're
was
good.
Mahomes. It
You
was
did say that,
Mahomes.
Chubbs. You did say that. You did say you don't think they're like that.
Yeah, I mean they're
I mean,
good, but I
it's not
still
that they're
think
not like that. It's just
they're a little
the
overrated.
Chiefs' offense are no. Don't come on
I
overrated.
don't
Y'all be
think they're.
throwing that word
All
out
right,
there.
they're very underwhelming safeties.
You can say Trayvon is overrated. I would
Very
take
underwhelming.
that. But
So let's get to it. So did Mahomes and Allen prove that they're the best two quarterbacks in the league?
So
yes,
I would say yes because you're only as good as your last performance. But wasn't all right? Can we? Wasn't Josh Allen all year kind of flip flopping?
On and off. He was on and off.
Yeah, he was on and off. So
Y'all ready for my take?
I don't know if he might be
on
top
and
two
off.
based off that, but
Here it goes. I think that Josh Allen performance that against the Chiefs, I think is being very highly overrated. In my opinion, I think he played well, played good. But they say people are saying that's the greatest QB performance ever. First of
Nah,
all, let me just tell me why it's overrated. And DL say he hates this word. Um,
hate it.
Name me a Chiefs defensive back that is good. When Tyron Matthew missed the whole entire game. That's what you're supposed to do to that defense.
So, with that point being said, like, how do
That
you
is what
get
you're
you?
supposed to
So,
do
why
to
you can't
that
get mad
defense.
at him for doing it? What is he supposed to?
Gabe
Because if
Davis
if he
is
was to go
ass
out there
on
and
that
poop up
defense.
Gabe
like,
Davis, who is a fourth receiver.
hey, as a
He's
quarterback, you
actually the
make your
number two
targets,
actually,
you make
but
your
come on,
receivers, bro.
be
You
He's
make your
not the
respectful.
number
receivers.
two. He's
He
not
is
the
number
number.
two.
He was
Emmanuel
number
Sanders
one that day.
hurt.
He was number one last week.
Who's number two? Who's number two?
Emmanuel Sanders, he was hurt.
Oh my bad. Yeah, yeah. He's number
Yeah,
three. He's not.
Cole Beasley's number
Coach Beasley
three.
number
They
three.
played Gabe
He's
He's
a
Davis
the
way
number.
fourth
more this
Cole
receiver,
Beasley.
bro.
Cole
Gabe
Beasley's
That's
Davis
better.
what let
played
you.
way more than Cole Beasley this year.
No, he didn't, bro. And I'm gonna look up Gabe Davis stats, bro. Like what?
So you don't think that was impressive, bro? Him balling with Gabe Davis being his number one.
That's how ass the receiver.
Gabe Davis has made plays before. You gotta know this, right?
Gabriel Davis is not
Made
trash, but
plays.
like
That's what I'm saying.
he's
He,
not the
Like
he,
number one. He's not the
he's,
primary target.
he's
he's
James
not
Washington.
primary target,
He's
but
James Washington.
look at the cornerbacks. You're right, Wayne. But let's not sit
Look
here.
at the cornerbacks. Look at the
Mike
DBs.
Hughes was a first round
He was
draft pick,
good.
right?
That's okay. So is Eli Apple.
Hey, but hold on, who's the other
So is
corner?
Eli Apple.
Chavarius Ward. Chavarius Ward was playing
Zeke.
well the previous year,
He
right?
wasn't guarding him. You know who he
But I'm
was
saying
kicking?
you do
Mike
have
Hughes.
DBs.
They were double teaming the other guy.
And don't they got
Thornhill
your don't
versus
did
James
they got your
Conner.
boy?
That dude got Fenton, and he ain't play. He's hurt. So come on, man. We gotta act. We gotta. It was a great performance. One of the greatest QB performances we ever seen. But we gotta stop acting like Josh Allen is automatically. I heard people say he's 1A and 1B with Patrick Mahomes.
I
Y'all
feel
need to
like
stop disrespecting
I'm gonna
him.
put him top 5 though.
I'm gonna say if you put Josh Allen on the Chiefs, he would do the same thing.
And what
Is
would
there any
Mahomes?
rebuttal with that?
He would do the same thing.
Yes. Josh Allen would do the
No, I don't
same
think he
thing
would
that
do the
Patrick Mahomes.
same thing.
Yeah, and y'all call Josh Allen a dual threat quarterback, bro. And
He is.
not said he wasn't.
So you're
He is.
telling me you put Josh Allen on this team 4 years ago? They go to 4 AFC championships and they win a Super Bowl? Hell no,
Maybe.
hell no. There's only one of him,
Talk about the past 2 years.
and I
Past 2 years.
guarantee you, if
Past 2
Josh
years.
Allen you flip flop him, they ain't scoring in 13 seconds.
Oh
No,
no, bro. Tyreek Hill
They
scored, bro.
ain't scoring in 13
Tyreek
seconds.
Hill scored, bro. Look how
They
much
don't
yak them
score
receivers had that game, Wayne.
in
Look
13
how much
seconds.
yak them receivers had that
They
game.
don't score in 13
And you
seconds.
gonna tell me it's all Patty Mahomes? You're
It's not
not.
all Patty Mahomes, but he's him. Him and D.
Mahomes is different. We're not gonna sit here and act like he's not different.
And I think it's very disrespectful for people to put Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the same boat. There's no one in his boat.
Nah,
And
they're
I'm
not on
talking
the
about
same.
Tom Brady too.
They're not on the same
DL.
level. Huh?
And I'm talking about Tom Brady too.
Stop, bro. I
There's
already
no
killed
one
that
on
argument.
Patrick
I already killed
Mahomes'
that
level.
argument. I already killed that
No
argument,
one's
bro.
on. No one in this league is on Patrick
I
Mahomes' level.
already killed that
And they
argument. You
need to
said
stop it
Tom Brady was the GOAT, yet he beat the baby GOAT in the Super Bowl, bro. At that
because of
age,
defense.
because the defense, come on. I'm
Yeah.
not hearing nothing you talking about.
Oh my God, you beat me because I had defensive
Oh, well.
offensive linemen that were at Planet Fitness the week before. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, to me, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. They do have a shot to be a good duo, but I think this duo that's about to play this weekend is going to be more of a rivalry opposed to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. I think it's going to be more Joe Burrow and him.
Yeah, Josh Allen may not have another game like that. He may not.
May not, but
Maybe.
I mean he plays well. He has 14 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the playoffs in his career,
Yeah.
Right.
which is
It's
pretty good.
pretty good.
But
Really
yeah,
good.
he's a top 5 quarterback. But I to me, I was just getting very upset because they were saying like he's 1B, and it's pretty close between him
Well,
and
back
Patty.
back to my point. Like we seen what he did regular season. He was not consistent the whole time, so I wouldn't put him
And,
one A
and
one B.
yeah, and this is Patty's down
But
year.
still,
Patty's down
he
year.
was also playing in our conference too. I mean, and he had a decent schedule
If
this
you
year.
if you look at their box scores of all them games. Yeah,
He lost to
you're
the.
funny.
He lost to
Either
the.
they're blowing the team out, or they're losing very close games to teams they shouldn't lose to. Like that's definition
They still
of
try to find their rhythm, man.
inconsistent. And the games that they didn't blow people out, Josh Allen did not play the best game.
I think the Bills will probably be like coming out of that conference. Us and the Bills probably coming out of that
I mean,
conference.
it's
If
the
Tomorrow.
Bills
their
conference.
coordinators leave, then I don't. Their offensive coordinators, he's gone, right?
Bills offense coordinator's gone, and I think their defense coordinator might be gone too.
He threw 3 interceptions versus the Falcons. 120 yards passing. He played the full game.
I'm
Like we
saying
gotta stop.
he was inconsistent. Yeah,
We gotta stop it. Look what
he's
he
still
did versus
nice.
Pittsburgh.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
He's still top
he's still
five.
nice.
Where's the quarterback? He's not throw picks, bro. Come on.
3 interceptions to
But
0 touchdowns.
Bad
you're
game, bro.
so listen. Look what you just said. That
Zero
was a
touchdowns versus the
Super Bowl contending
Jaguars
team
and the
losing. Yeah,
Falcons.
Bad
right,
game, Wayne.
right. Thank you, Wayne's right.
Nah.
You're having
Bro,
bad
get
games
out of
against
here.
teams that you're supposed to have really good games against.
Yeah, stop. We got
So
we got.
Man, y'all tied with the Lions. The Steelers tied with the Lions, and y'all lost to who
hold
y'all
on,
lose to?
Good
I'm not hearing
question.
nothing
Good
y'all
question.
talking about.
Let's not talk. We're still on we're on Kansas City Bills. Should we change or should the NFL change overtime
I don't
rules?
think so. I don't think the overtime rules should change. It should have changed when it changed, and I think it's better now. And we should keep
My,
it the same
yeah, right.
because I think the kicking the field goal and winning the game that's stupid. But scoring a touchdown, you stop me from scoring a touchdown.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you
Right.
can't, and we win. If I kick a field goal, now you have the opportunity to go score a touchdown, and there we go. Or if I'm on the
So
defense and I get a pick six,
I
we
think the only if they change the rule, they should change it to if you had the possession last in regulation, you end up winning the coin toss or have a ball first in overtime, then the other team gets a chance to score. But if you did not have the ball at the end of regulation to tie the game, first touchdown win. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
If that makes sense. Because like situation like that, bro, like that,
I get
bro.
why
Come
people
on,
were
bro.
saying.
They not stopping Kansas City. Bro. I
I
didn't think
get
they were
why
gonna stop
people were
Kansas
I
City.
mean,
saying.
obviously, we knew whoever got the ball was more than likely going to win the game. And I'm
Correct.
going to say this right now. I think Kansas City probably would have got that stop if they were on defense.
But you
Maybe.
just said they
You
was
never
trash.
know. You
Come on,
never
I
know.
think
man.
they were trash, but I
You
think
just put
Chris
it aside.
Jones.
They were getting
I
cooked.
I'm
Like
think.
saying this
I
right
think
Gabriel,
now.
Gabriel Days would have had
Right now.
they had
a five
Gabe
no,
Davis
piece.
would have 5
no,
tutties.
He would have broke the record. He
He
would
would
have
have
had a
5
five
tutties.
piece
but no. They kept getting them on fourth downs though. So he kind of keep converting fourth down conversions. That was the thing.
because
Over time, they probably would have won it for a fourth down. And I think they would have got a stop on one of those fourth downs.
he was
I
also Josh
don't
Allen was
know.
also dropping back
So
and running. Like he was out of there. Like so
he
he was
was
making it bad to
dual,
watch him on the field.
dual threat. But I think
And
the playoff
elite one at it too. He's an elite
yeah,
dual threat.
the overtime rules, I think you're like you said, Wayne, and I
It's
know
insanity.
Tony Jefferson tweeted about it too. He's saying the defense needs to make a stop. The overtime rules are fine the way they are.
If you
Granted,
could have 13
granted,
seconds, no, sure as the hell you
correct,
wasn't going.
correct. The overtime rules had nothing to do with it. Your defense sold in 13 seconds. That's what happened. Let's be
Yeah.
real. But
So, but let's talk about it. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, like Travis Kelsey kind of like basically told them what to do for them to get to that
he's a
position.
great
And
player,
it's
and he's
crazy. We were on the PlayStation party, and didn't I tell you when Buffalo scored? Didn't I say, "Oh, they're still gonna get a field goal off of this"? He was like, "No way, no way," and it's like
13 seconds. Like, hey, 13 seconds is enough.
it's enough. Not if you're the Cowboys.
They
Hey,
had
hey,
1 second left.
they said that shit was crazy. They said his one scramble was 14 seconds.
Dak slows down.
Yeah.
But that
Oh
also
man.
comes to a great game plan. They had all three timeouts.
But
Like, and that's one thing about Patrick. He did not waver in that situation. He was like, all right, they scored in 13 seconds, and he did the Cam Newton. Okay. And I don't think any other quarterback would be confident. I think any other quarterback would be like, "Yo, we about to lose."
The Bills lost that game, bro.
they did. But here's what I say:
The
if they
Bills
were to
lost
make
more
a
than the
change,
Chiefs won.
Patrick Mahomes did not win that game. So
I
Wait,
don't.
no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, no, no.
first of all, y'all missing the fact that they could have squib kicked the ball. Y'all missed that fact
No.
because
What
if
if
they
they would
were,
have squibbed it and it would have bounced crazy and go out of
This is
bounds?
why it
I've
was
been
the
killing
greatest
them
game
about the
ever.
squib kick.
or they could have, then the kicker should have got fired or cut because
That's
like
okay. That's fine. That's why people are like, "Oh, why you don't
like
squib it, bro?
So
You can squib the
but
ball and
like
it
I
can
said,
still go out of bounds."
he
even
could.
more so, bro. Even more so with this week. I mean, with the Kansas City Chiefs game and the other game, defensive coordinators get outside of their play calling. You don't call stuff like that in the game situation. Like,
Well,
why are you afraid of getting bombed? You know what I'm saying with 13
well,
seconds left.
to me, their play
You,
call wasn't bad. What they were supposed to do was only blitz two. If you only blitz two, you press up on two people and everybody else is in coverage. So to
Yeah,
me, I'm the defensive
Matt,
coordinator.
yeah,
Press up on Travis Kelsey, press up on
yeah,
Tyreek. Everybody else play
but
behind.
it's just
right,
like
right, right.
why
I'm
you
putting
even
two
blitzing
on
them?
Travis and I'm putting two on Tyreek, rushing two. Everybody else
Bro,
just start
I'm rushing
everybody.
4, dropping 6, and having one in coverage, bro.
That's what they did
I mean,
though.
one is a spot. You said
But
they was blitz like,
They didn't
but
blitz. They
they
only
didn't press.
rushed
They didn't
four.
press. I'm saying
they
they
didn't
didn't press. They
blitz.
was playing
But
off. They
Oh
didn't
no!
press.
Yeah, if you drop seven,
He caught a screen and ran for 20 yards, bro.
it wasn't a screen.
it was
Bro,
a quick
it was a
pass.
2 yard route. It
It
was
was
a
a
two
quick
yard
pass.
route.
It was a quick pass.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you rush seven, hey, everybody's pressing. They just might get that shit in one play.
Yeah, that's you not. I'm saying you rush 4. You rush your 4. You
Mhm.
put a spy on them and you drop 6.
That's not enough.
I feel like it's gonna kill time
So
at least.
yeah, maybe.
They
At
might
But
get
least.
bombed.
but
They might get bombed.
And then the number one defense is
If you
not the number one
if
defense.
you try to press Tyreek Hill, imagine you try to press him and you miss, and he gets it in between that pocket between the safety and the corner. That's a touchdown.
Press bail.
Press bell.
Press bail.
You see, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
It's,
So
it's just no way he should have scored 13.
so let's get to
no,
the next
no,
topic.
no.
Oh, you want
Before, are
okay?
the Chiefs in trouble next week?
Well, this week.
Or sorry, this week, this weekend. Are
Um,
they in trouble?
I said the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl,
Yeah, they just mad.
but I love
That's what I wanted.
Patrick
I think
Mahomes.
it's going to be a shootout.
I, I honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a close game. My heart says go with the Bengals just because you said they were going to do it, but I think the Chiefs are going to beat them by 2 touchdowns. I think
I
they're
can
going to
see
do
it.
the same exact thing that they did to Stephon Diggs. They're going to say, Jamar Chase, you're not going to beat us today. We're going to double team you and bracket you because you killed us last time. We don't give a fuck about T. Higgins. We don't give a fuck about Tyler Boyd. Y'all are cool, but y'all are not going to beat us. And Tyrann Matthew is playing. So all that shit in the middle of the field, he's going to handle that, and none of that Gabriel Davis shit is going to go on.
I agree in a way. I think
They
the
refuse
Bengals
to
O
eat.
line is going to be the selling
Chris
factor for
Jones,
them.
Chris Jones going to eat.
I'm saying that given the DBs the Chiefs have and the O line the Bengals have, I think the O line have the O line part's the bigger uphill battle.
Because they got Chris Jones and
Melvin
Frank
Ingram
Clark
was playing pretty good against
and
Bills.
Melvin Ingram.
He had some good pressures, so um,
Yeah.
I think they're going to get to Burrow. And as soon as you go down a couple scores to Patty Mahomes, I think you might
I
be
guess they were already down a couple stars the first time they played it, and they started playing relaxed, and they stopped double teaming
yeah. And
Jamar Chase. That's when they
Jamar
started going off.
dragged
And
his
then
nuts all
also,
over the Chiefs' face.
and then also on top of that, like the Chiefs got like 5 penalties in the red zone that made them get like 6 first downs. So like over and over again, that's not going to happen again. I just don't, I think they're going to win big, and I think the Chiefs are going to win. And then let's just get to the previews. I think the Rams
Rams are a team of destiny, bro.
are going to lose.
No, they're going to Super Bowl.
I think the Rams are going to lose. I think they're scared of them. It's the same thing. They haven't beat them the last 6 times. They're restricting the fans from buying tickets to the games. I think that Kyle Shanahan outcoaches
Mm-mm.
Sean McVay, and I really think the Rams are going to win. But I'm just going to go. I just think we're getting.
No,
I
what's
think
it?
I think we're going with. I think we're getting a Super Bowl rematch of the 49ers and the Chiefs over again, and then the Chiefs are just going to do it again to the 49ers, and they're going to beat them as well. But
See,
I think Debo goes off this weekend, and Jimmy G makes 2 really good throws that makes them win the game.
you know why it's going to be flip. Rams are going to Super Bowl. I think the Rams are winning the Super Bowl this year. Now, I think that's that. I think they are playing and hitting, and they're hitting on all cylinders. Let's be honest right now. Like I said Von Miller was going to be a
Yeah,
big. I said
fumbles.
Von Miller was going to be a big deal in the playoffs, which
I
he
think
has.
we all could agree he's been playing great. That's why you pay him.
And this is why it's going to be big, is because you don't. Right now, Trent Williams is a question mark.
He said he playing, so he playing.
He's saying he playing, but if he playing hurt, come on, you going against Von Miller.
That's Trent Williams though.
That's fine. But I'm saying let's
It's
not
fine.
act
It's
like
called
here.
pro tackle.
The Rams defense is going to stop. The Rams defense is going to stop that run game, and it's going to
And
be Rams.
they happened the last 6 times
It's
they
going to be
played.
I
Rams.
mean,
It's going to be Rams Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Rams 31, Chiefs 24.
I agree.
Falling down.
Rams, Chiefs. The Jimmy G is not impressive at all to me. The
Oh,
49ers can't score on offense.
They
So
can score on special teams.
so
Rams,
Jimmy. So
Chiefs.
let's say
That's the
Jimmy
matchup I want to see.
loses or wins, whatever. What is this? What is this value? Where,
Let me tell you guys something right now. Patrick Mahomes gets to the Super Bowl, he's not losing. I'm just saying you guys right now. And I said this on the other podcast, Shaq Talk podcast. Shout out to my guys. Patrick Mahomes, all he has to do, if he wins the Super Bowl and then wins 2 to 3 more, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. He's gonna break every record.
maybe it's possible. Very possible.
Second, you want me to argue Tom Brady? You're not going to get past 7 rings with Tom Brady until
That's
someone
okay.
wins 7 rings.
All he needs is 5. He doesn't need 7. He
It
goes
will
5-1
until
in the
until
Super
he
Bowl
wins seven.
and break all
Until he wins
break all
seven,
the records. He's going to win 6 MVPs. It's over.
I'm not going to give you that
Hey,
until he
this
wins
is
seven.
my take right now. With
Y'all gonna
Jimmy
lose
G is
everything.
going to end up being a quarterback for the Washington Commanders. I think he's out of San Fran after this year, even if they win or lose. Because here's my deal with this: if he wins a chance, let's say he goes Super Bowl, wins Super Bowl, or even goes Super Bowl
That
doesn't,
would be the best time for them to trade him. They really want to
you
get rid
trade
of him.
him, you get number one, first round, second round pick for him, and maybe another piece.
They're getting a third round pick. For
He said first round from Jimmy
What,
G.
what I'm
I
saying?
don't
I'm
know.
saying if he wins the Super Bowl is what I'm saying. Come on,
it
Still,
doesn't
he
matter.
he won't win the Super Bowl.
If he
somebody
has to throw, he has to throw for 600 yards.
they would
Yeah.
get picks. They would get good picks for him. Come on, let's not sit
They're
here.
getting the third yard. You are the guy that thought Tyler Huntley was worth a second round pick, though. So I gotta watch out for you with these
We'll
picks.
see, but I think a team would do that because haven't we been saying Jimmy G's a winner?
He is a winner. So is
So
Tannehill, but you don't give him his credit.
no, Tannehill, Jimmy G don't sell in the playoffs.
He
Yes,
don't.
he
He don't. Bro,
does.
Jimmy G don't do any.
Isn't Jimmy
He
G
don't
four
do.
and one in the playoffs or something like
He
that?
tried to lose a game versus
Bro,
Dallas.
the 49ers
Okay.
are 4-1. Like, come on. Stop acting like this man Jimmy G's putting up dumb numbers. Like, come on now.
He's a winner though, because when he
He's
plays,
a
they
winner.
win.
He's on the
That's what I'm
team that
saying.
wins.
No, he's a winner.
When he don't play, they don't win.
So he's a winner.
Terrible.
They're like 8-22, and he's like 33-8 as a 49ers as a quarterback as in
He'll
general.
be in Washington next year. Mark my words.
Nah, Deshaun's gonna end up there. But so all right, you made your picks. I said Chiefs 49ers. Chubb says Chief Rams, and you say Chiefs Rams as well, Dio.
I do. Yeah.
All right, all right.
But
We're
I
marking
will.
it.
But Tom, I
I am
do.
making a post tomorrow that shows who picked what. Just so you
That's
guys,
that's my prediction. But what I want the Bengals to win the whole thing because
No.
I do want
they
the Bengals
they
to win
just
the whole
deserve it
thing
at this point. You know,
You
they
why do you
just
want the Bengals to win? You're never gonna stop
because
hearing about it,
I
bro.
put a bet on it. That's why. That's
Okay.
let
why.
the Bengals will win the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
put a bet on it. I put $50. I'm gonna win
Just fair.
3K
Yeah.
if they win. So yeah. But let's get to the other NFL news. Big news. Big Ben finally retired. Give him his give him his thing. First ballot
Congrats.
Hall of Famer. Um, Chubbs was talking earlier. They say we want to keep this thing in house. And I'm
I've
going to tell
heard
you right
that.
now, if Mason Rudolph is the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, I will not be rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers next year. Don't ask me about Steelers games. But ask me when if I watched it, if I viewed it. I'm gonna get the all 22 all games, and I'll be watching Chiefs games. Fuck it, I might even watch Dolphins games before I watch a Mason Rudolph full season. They got me all types of messed up. Now Dwayne Haskins, I can live with that. I think he has potential. I saw him ball out in college. You know what I'm saying? I might get the potential, but who I really want, give me Kenny Pickett or Deshaun. I'll take either one of those. Um, but yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Big Ben retiring? First ballot Hall of Famer in your eyes? And also got a question: Ben or Eli?
Oh my goodness, why is that a question?
Because
Um,
Dan Orlovsky was on ESPN and said he would take Eli Manning.
I
Over
think
Big Ben?
Yeah,
Probably
Big
why? Because
Ben.
he beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
yeah.
That's the only thing Eli Manning is known for.
That's the only reason why he's going to the Hall of Fame because that and he's a Manning.
I'm picking Big Ben over Eli. I mean, it might be
I'm glad
biased
we
for
all.
me because I've seen Big Ben do some. Like I said last time we were talking about football, he's done some legendary stuff on the football field, and he has the stats, he has the rings, he has the all pros probably and Pro Bowls. I'm taking him over him. Big Ben gives you a better chance to win over Eli.
He's trying
I'm
to
not
piss me
taking Eli Manning's noodle arm sometimes because he was
off.
having noodle
I don't
arm
understand how you're
in.
taking a quarterback that never had a losing season
I
and
will.
compare him to a quarterback that went 500 in his career.
I would say if Big Ben continued to play, his career would have started to decline. It would have started to define him like as a somebody who should have hung it up. So about time. He definitely should have hung it up after
I'm
this
gonna
year.
go. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say thank you, Big Ben, for the two Super Bowls in my lifetime. I was able to
Wonderful.
watch three Super Bowls. You had a great career. I wish you would have retired last year. But it is what it is. You still found a way. Never had a losing season. You're top 10 in a lot of stat categories, and if you were not to be in the Hall of Fame first ballot, it would be a shame.
I
But
think he's actually like top five in most of the
he's top five
categories.
in a good amount of
Yeah,
categories.
yeah.
He's on one of the only quarterbacks to throw for 500 yards in back to back games. One of the
Mhm.
few quarterbacks that have back-to-back 5,000 yard seasons. So we just appreciate you, Big Ben.
And
I'm happy.
congrats,
Congrats,
congrats.
man. Congrats on a
But I
wonderful career.
I
Chubbs
won't
is
miss
very
you.
happy
I
because he
won't miss
doesn't
you.
get to see you.
Right.
And
Goodbye.
Lamar
Raven killer,
Lamar can
but
finally beat the Steelers.
he
Um,
definitely, in my opinion, he's definitely better than Eli Manning. I
yeah,
don't
so that was my
know
thing.
why.
I just want to get that on. Let's talk about AB. Supposedly he's suing the Buccaneers. You guys want to talk about that? Do you think he has a case? Do you think it's
I
right?
think I think he has a case, but I think he's shooting himself in the foot if he wants to play football again.
Yeah, I think if he wants to play football, he should just play football. Stop all this extra
Because
stuff.
yes, you're targeting a specific organization, but that organization is within the NFL, so you're really going at the NFL. You know how Goodell is with that.
The owners, the way they use the media. He's
Yeah.
bringing a light to it. But I do agree. If he wants to
But
play again, it's like Colin Kaepernick brought a light to something, but he sacrificed his career.
but here's
Well,
the thing: he has a lot of points, a lot of valid points,
A lot of points. They're trying to make him sound like a crazy
yeah,
person. They're doing everything in the media to make him sound.
and
We know how teams use the media to flip on players.
and I know
Um,
you might not want to watch this, Wayne, but I've been watching a lot of basically all interviews AB has been in
mhm.
because I'll be on YouTube and I'll watch it. Now AB's been on Nelk Boys, he's been on all different type of some sports podcasts and just some media podcasts. And most times you see him, he's acting a fool, kind of a little bit, right?
Mhm.
He's the way he's talking. I watched the interview last night podcast, and he was actually being really logical, giving really precise answers. It's not your cup of tea because of the guy that runs the podcast. It's Logan Paul. I know how Logan Paul is, but that interview, when the way AB was describing and articulating stuff, I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
great points on the I Am Athlete podcast.
that's
He's
what I'm
like
saying. I'm saying,
football
this
players'
dude has a
career.
point.
He's like football careers are like a roller coaster. You're on a high, and then when it's the end of your career, they shit on you, throw you down, and bring you down. It's like all the abuse that football players have to deal with just to get to where they have to deal with. So I get where he at, and like sometimes you gotta talk like a free man. Like he feel like he don't need the NFL to do what he does because he leveraged himself to become a, a celebrity,
He should
a
be a Hall of
face.
Famer too. If he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame, I'm gonna be
He's
mad.
not going to get in the Hall of. He's there. I think it's going to be. He probably get a Hall of Fame for fifth ballot, but we all know he's
He's a
undisputed a
first
first
ballot.
ballot Hall of Famer, and he had a chance to be the greatest receiver of all time, even though DL thinks he's overrated.
Now, I know that he wants to play again, and you
For
mentioned
some reason, DL think Julian Edelman is on the same caliber
yeah,
as Antonio.
we're not gonna get into that because it could be that
at
could be a
one
real
point,
argument. We're
Julian
not doing this.
Edelman
We're
was
not doing
top
this.
two in receiving in the first 8 games,
First two.
five games of the
Look, the
season.
first 3 games,
It was
not
a,
the
it
whole
was it was
season.
five. It was five. It was five before he got hurt. Him and
Oh my
Stephon
god!
Diggs, the two that I said were two
Talking about
best
with Cam
receivers.
Newton.
And I'm not talking about no
No,
Julian
no,
Edelman.
no, no. I'm talking about when he was still playing with us.
Yeah, with Cam Newton.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. I forgot Cam
But
Newton played with us.
but
That was
yeah, I
that
do
was.
agree. If AB does want to play more in the league,
So,
he will.
AB is a problem.
but
AB is a problem.
right. I know
I mean,
on the I am athlete, he said he wants to play with Lamar and the Ravens. I don't think he's a great fit. He would not. Would not like
Yeah,
what we do.
he's not gonna want to block all
Now,
game.
now,
hey, listen.
would he looking at that receiving core? Would that be a nice receiving core with AB, Hollywood, Rashad Bateman, and Mark Andrews? Hell yeah! But
With AB and Mark Andrews, don't add the other names.
can I say something? And I would love to have him for this reason. By week 5, he's going to be talking shit about Greg Roman and get him the fuck out of there finally, which I would love because we need to get rid of that man.
So you want Lamar throwing the ball 40 times a game, 30 times a game?
Maybe if he
He's
has, if,
scrambling.
you see, AB is a different route runner. I don't think he fits though. It's not a good fit. But
Because he
his
does
route
have.
running is elite because we run a lot. Right,
He's gonna be mad. He's gonna have to block.
we run a lot. But we did pass a shit ton this year. But I think that's because we didn't have J.K. or Gus. But
Yeah. So
Oh, let me get my 2 cents about. Like I said, he's a problem.
so
He
where else would you guys
his
see them?
hold on,
But
Chris,
sorry,
because AB. No matter, I'm not discrediting his talent. Of course, he has the talent, but everywhere he goes, he's a problem. I
yeah,
feel like I say, I'm not. When I say overrated, I'm saying you said Julian Edelman. The reason why Julian Edelman was so good because he was playing with a quarterback like Tom Brady, and he got a chance to put his talents on display. He's a small guy, be able to run routes. AB's the same thing, playing with Ben. Why do you think when he went to the Raiders, he didn't mesh well with Derek Carr because Derek Carr wasn't the quarterback he wanted. He needs a quarterback to, you know what I'm saying, um, be that dominant, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying every receiver does, but like, I feel like if you put AB with Dak Prescott, is he going to ball? No. He came with Tom Brady
that's
when he
just
came in, and when he came and played with us when he was with the
you
Patriots.
know how I feel about Dak, so because that's just Dak.
But when he came and played with the Patriots for that one game, 3 targets, 2 catches, 1 touchdown with Tom Brady. So I'm gonna just say he's a problem. He creates drama around himself. He dug his own. You know, if he wants to play football, he should just play football. Stop bringing all that extra stuff into it because ain't nobody gonna want him. Nobody wants that drama around their organization. Like, he does it with everybody. He wants to be a celebrity.
yeah.
Be a celebrity,
But
bro. Like,
here's
you
what I'm
walk
saying.
out the like you walk out the field. I mean, I don't know.
Is
Maybe
there
he just
but,
makes me bad. Like, because he's so like he's just a
but is there a
he's a
locker
wasted
room?
talent, bro.
Is there a locker room in the NFL that could, actually be positive for him? Like I'm not
The
too
best locker room that was for him
Ravens
was the
for him.
Steelers,
The Steelers.
and he ruined it
Yep.
because he had a
Okay.
coach that would actually deal with the bullshit
Mm-hmm.
that he was doing and was trying to help him out.
But back
He
to what
ruined
I'm saying, but if you, I want you to listen to that podcast.
it. Yeah,
You don't
I'm gonna.
like Logan Paul. I know that, but if
No,
you listen to
I'll go listen to it. I'll
if
listen
you
to it.
listen to what type of he kind of describes what type of coach he would like, and what coach makes him willing to play football. And I'm not just saying this because it's my coach, but John Harbaugh was literally who he was describing. Like he wants to.
He was
Like,
doing that because that's he's
I'm
doing it
talking
on
about the
purpose.
culture. Yeah, right. He's probably
Trying
doing
to,
it on purpose,
trying to
but
get he's trying to get that in their head. Like, hey, I would really want to play for you guys. He's trying
he
to
wants
make
a
you guys
family
last.
atmosphere, all that bullshit. He kept on saying, type.
He's trying to get you guys last year, but you guys ain't want him. So
No, we try to get we try to get him the year he signed with the Raiders, and he chose the Raiders over us.
mm.
So, and that was before he
Well,
had
the
those
Steelers weren't going to trade.
antics.
He got traded. He didn't
Oh, he did
choose.
get traded. I thought he was a free agent,
He got traded.
but
So, but let's talk about. Let's move forward. Let's go with Sean Payton. So Sean Payton retired. Then he just is he done for good? Can we all agree that he's not done for
he's
good?
not done for good. He's gonna be.
He pulled an Urban Meyer. Let's be real. And everybody's like, oh, this phrase. He really sabotaged the Saints franchise.
He gave Taysom Hill $30 million.
He sabotaged the Saints franchise. Sabotage. Absolutely sabotage the Saints franchise. And no one's talking about it. And I'm very upset about that because he ruined them. Now the Saints aren't never gonna be that good again. They're ruined. They have no quarterback. They have barely enough money. They're about to lose their best offensive lineman in Armstead. Like
Mhm.
he ruined their franchise. He saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, "Let me save my legacy, so I can go ahead and stop
Hot
coaching."
take.
He's gonna be with the Cowboys in a year. We all know
He
this.
will be with the Cowboys, but this is the hate Saints. Michael Thomas will not be a Saint after this year. He's gonna want out, guarantee it.
I would want out before the year starts.
Yeah,
I would demand a trade before the year starts. I'm gonna have Taysom Hill throw me the ball. Jameson
you see who
coming
they're
back.
losing? They're losing Armstead, but they're also losing one of their best defenders in Marcus Williams. They're losing big players,
Yeah. So why would I want to
and they're
come
not
back?
coming back. So I think Sean Payton's going to end up after this year. He's going to be in Dallas, but I still think Sean Payton. Correct me if I'm wrong. He got an extension for like 3 years, right?
So he can't coach next year.
But I still think a team is going to still have to trade or something for him, right? Because he has like
They
a
have
3 years left, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay or do something. Like
Yeah, they're
those,
going to do something. But I think
which
this
would
year
be
coming
worth
up is
it.
the big money one. Is why they're not
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
But
So
but what happens? What happens if Mark McCarthy comes out and wins a Super Bowl like next year?
Dallas?
I know. I said if.
And I'm saying right,
No,
Champagne could
Yeah,
go
Dallas.
there. Champagne could go to wherever that team if he wants to.
he's
They're
not going to
still
do anything. It's going to be like
they're
going to be a
still not,
Jason Garrett situation.
the Cowboys are still not winning if Champagne is their offense. Like I think I'm saying it. I think Champagne's very overrated coach in my opinion. He had Drew
I can
Brees.
see it. I can see what you're saying.
They didn't do a lot what they were supposed to do. They
You think
didn't
Sean
do
Payton's Hall
much.
of Fame coach?
See, that's the thing. And I think the NFL Hall of Fame used to really be solidified and they really used to do a good job with things like that. But I think they're getting soft. And Hall of Fame in every sport is getting soft. Besides baseball, because baseball's like, well, baseball's still soft. They just don't
Yeah.
like to be
They're
cheated.
haters. That's what they
Yeah.
are.
So, in my opinion, do I think Champagne's a Hall of Fame coach? I think it's very overrated. He only has one Super Bowl. He hasn't really done that much, but he does have one of the most winning coaching quarterback duos. So if Drew Brees is going to get in the Hall of Fame, he automatically has to have his coach in the Hall of Fame,
That
so he can
yeah.
talk to the coach. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but I do feel sorry for Who That Nation, that you guys are probably going to stink for the next 8 to 10 years because of what he did with
Hey,
mismanaging the money. Because he was also, I believe, he was also like the vice president or the GM. He had a very,
he
he
was.
had, he did all of that. So,
But you know
I
what
feel,
about who that
feel sorry.
nation? We're sorry, but you've been there before. Let's be real.
But they had years though. So it's just that's what's happening when a team is not this properly ran, and I do feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. But
So we kind of touched on it. Denver got a new coach. He's offensive coordinator from the Green Bay, and apparently prior to that, Aaron Rodgers has stated that he has a great relationship with this guy. That he loves coming to work and playing for this guy. He said
mhm.
it a year ago. So I think that John Elway made that decision based off I want Aaron Rodgers, not based off I think this guy's my guy, a great coach. I think he's like, if I get this guy, we're gonna get Aaron and we're gonna go to the Super Bowl. You know, that's how John Elway thinks whenever he sees a vet hit the open market. Look at
I mean,
Peyton
he did it
Manning.
with Payton,
That's what I'm saying. We did with Peyton.
but different is they didn't have him in that division. He was not
Okay,
in that division, and you got to deal with him. You got to deal with him.
but
But
I think
but
it's a
I
good
think
signing though.
regardless if Aaron Rodgers gets there or not, what draft pick do they have? Let's see what draft pick do they have. Let's
They are. I don't know if they have their pick. Do they have a pick this year? First rounder? I want to say they
They got
don't.
the ninth overall pick.
Oh, ninth. Okay.
So if they can find, if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, find a way to get Kenny Pickett.
You have to trade back,
Find a
try to get. Yeah.
find a way to get Matt Corral or the guy from Liberty. I really like the guy from Liberty, Malik Wright. I think his name
Malik
is
Willis.
Malik Willis. That's a Malik Wright. That's fucking the game. But yeah, I like Malik Willis. I think he is. I think he has the most upside of any quarterback in there.
He can do it
Um,
all.
he can do it all. So he could groom that young quarterback, and we can see what happens. I think it's a good pickup if you try to get Aaron Rodgers if you can. But I don't know what I don't know what Denver has to trade for Aaron Rodgers. I guess you could
So,
trade a
so,
ninth
so
overall
I've
pick.
seen. This is what I've seen. This is what I've seen. I've seen they're going to be swapping first round picks.
All right, first of all, if I'm giving you Aaron Rodgers, you're
Listen,
not having a first
listen,
round draft
listen.
pick.
They put Jerry Judy in the pick.
So that means Devontae's going there.
That right. They put Jerry Judy in the pick, and I think they put more picks, obviously. But
So what if
Jerry,
they trade Jerry Judy and they're like, we franchise tag Devontae? Then does Aaron Rodgers win a Super Bowl on that team? No, he does not.
no, because So then you got Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick, who Tim Patrick didn't do terrible for the
We
Broncos
still
this
got
year.
KJ Hamler, but
You got KJ Hamler, who he could be. You never know. He's a speed guy. You never seen what he can be because of the quarterbacks that they've had. Let's be real.
all right.
So he's still young. This is his third year, I think, next year. So he's the big year is next year for receivers. Let's be honest. Receivers don't really. I mean, if, unless you're like that, they don't really show until year three.
Unless you go to LSU or some shit.
Right. Yeah. Right. Or Ole Miss or something. Yeah.
But
But let's. So Jags haven't made a decision yet, but their top candidate, from what it sounds like, is Byron Leftwich. But they keep backpedaling, saying, he's the legend, but we haven't made a decision yet. First of all, I think it's a mistake. He's getting set up anyway. Like, go somewhere else. The Saints want him. Go to the Saints. I know
no,
it's a
the
setup.
Saints.
But if you
You
going to the
have no
Jags,
quarterback. He could
yeah,
groom
But
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, he's a
what I'm
quarterback
saying,
coach. He's a
I
quarterback.
hear it. I hear it. I hear it. But I just think they don't really want him, or they would have already offered him. Because why do you send after you have two interviews with Byron Leftwich? Why do you send a private jet to Denver to go pick up Vic Fangio for an interview when Vic Fangio hasn't done anything in his career as a head coach? Positive. I mean, it makes me feel like you don't really want Byron Leftwich.
Not
Like
necessarily. It's a
you're not.
franchise. It's a franchise that won 2 games this past year.
Yeah,
You gotta
they're
make
just
the
trying
right
to do
choice, bro.
their due diligence.
Yeah, you gotta make the right choice. You could get fired after one season. Like that's what you want to do after this year is Byron Leftwich.
All right, so do you think Byron should take that job?
I think he would
Yeah,
be
I
the
think.
best fit right now with Trevor Lawrence. Him being, like I
Yeah,
said, a
he got
quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence. He got
He's your
some weapons.
franchise. Yeah, that's your franchise quarterback.
Just
All
go get
right,
you a nice defensive coordinator.
they get Vic Fangio.
They give
They
Vic
need some.
Fangio.
They need some receivers.
They got a cool
They got
receiver.
receivers. Marvin
They
Jones
need
had
some
a all
receivers.
right. So for how shitty the Jaguars were, Marvin Jones had a pretty good year as a receiver.
Yeah.
He had a Marvin Jones type of year with the Lions type of year. He balled kind of, and DJ Chark got hurt. DJ Chark's coming back, so
Mhm.
you got receivers, and you got Laviscus Chenault. Come on,
He had a good year before.
come on,
Travis
They
Etienne
got
missed the whole
you.
year last year. You got James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to
I
get.
was only thinking about James Robinson. James Robinson is
James Robinson was in the doghouse with Urban Meyer.
Yeah, ruined my
That's why they
fantasy.
didn't. That's why they didn't give him the ball this year. But all right. Chicago. They got Colts defensive coordinator. I know you're Wayne. You're pretty big on hires that benefit young quarterbacks. Do you think that was a good hire in
No,
terms of Justin Fields' development?
I. So you did say they were thinking about what
They
quarterback?
they are they are about to offer potentially the quarterback coach and make him an offensive coordinator from Green Bay, which
So if they do
could be
that,
huge.
that could be huge. Because in my opinion, typically the better leaders are the defensive coordinators. They're typically the better leaders as like head coaches. They're more equipped to do things like that. From what I've seen, it's been defensive coaches and special teams coaches for some
But
reason. I
but
don't know.
my thing is, if
But
you're
I think you do need to get a quarterback
let's
coach
say
to.
he's happy at Green Bay, right? The offensive court or the QB coach. The offensive coordinator of Green Bay just became the new head coach somewhere else.
So he got that position open
So
for
he
him.
should have that position if he wants it. It's
But
basically,
then,
do you want to go somewhere else? Basically,
do you want to go with Jordan Love or do you want to go with Justin Fields?
that's the question. Yeah,
I think I go with Justin Fields 10 times out of 10.
I would take Justin Fields over. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So
What do you think,
that's what I'm
DL?
thinking.
Justin Fields over who?
Was this a good hire? If I mean, is it
I'm
a good
sorry, I didn't
hire
get
if he gets the Green Bay coach? Basically, if he doesn't get the Green Bay coach, I don't think it's a good hire.
I'm not sure.
I think because
Gotta see
last
how
time
this stuff play out.
they had a good defensive coach. They were good when they had Lovely Smith, you know. But and they got an offensive coach with Matt
I
Nagy. They
respect
weren't.
the stick.
So, all right,
Don't you?
let's run through these couple other ones. So Giants got better today. They did. I mean, we don't need to spend too much on it. I know Miami's probably kicking themselves right now because Miami has like we have a boy named Joey Milhome, man. He
Samuel.
always harps. Yeah, I'm sorry. He always harps
Hmm.
on they need to get a guy to help develop quarterback Tua. He always harps on it. Brian Dabble was this guy.
He developed Josh Allen
He
because
developed Josh Allen, and if you're getting rid of Brian Flores, you need to make a big time move like Brian Dabble to help out your progression of your quarterback, your franchise quarterback. They let that man slip through the cracks, and he went to the New York Giants, which I think is huge for Danny Dimes in that offense they have.
I don't trust Danny Dimes though. I think they're getting.
Yeah,
I think they're getting a new quarterback, in my
I
opinion.
I say you're giving him one more year. You know
I mean,
why? Because look at the offense coordinators he's had, Dwayne. He's had Ben McAdoo. He's had Jason Garrett. Those they're not the best offensive coordinators.
I agree. I agree, but it doesn't matter. He has weapons.
He does have weapons, so this could be big for the Giants. I think they're
This is his make it
really
or break it year.
right. He has one more
I
year,
think if he has a good year, they're making a mistake.
and if they don't have and if they don't have a good year, C.J. Stroud to the Giants.
Yeah, because there are not that many good quarterbacks this year.
Probably.
So,
Or
okay.
Bryce
Bryce,
what's it?
yeah, Bryce
Yeah,
Young.
Bryce Young. All right, but this goes to Miami. Miami now, man, you're running out of options. Me and Wayne talked about this, and we all talked about this. Your favorite right now is Vance Joseph and Kellen Moore. If you go Vance Joseph, you just fired Brian Flores for nothing.
I mean, you
You're
still got Eric Bieniemy though.
you still got Eric B, but why are we not hearing more about Eric B's name? I mean, is it because the Chiefs are still in it? Because I don't think that's it. Because we were hearing Dabble's name when the Bills were still in it.
That's a good question.
So I don't know why he's getting snubbed. But my point is, if you got rid of Brian Flores when he put up a couple winning seasons, he didn't go to playoffs the one winning season. You're getting rid of him for basically the same thing in Vance Joseph. It's stupid. You, Miami fumbled the bag. You let Brian Dabble leave Miami without a deal.
That is a mistake. When you think you have a head coach candidate and you like him, and when you and I like Chubb said, I'm big on you. If you have a young quarterback, you need to get a young offensive mind that can help out or a very strong leader. You got rid of the strong leader because he didn't like your quarterback. So now you have to go with the offensive mind because your defense is already good. You can go get a defensive coordinator that can help out. And I want to do a huge shout out to D'Amico Ryans because I remember watching him when I was a kid, who balling as at the Texans, and now to see him balling as a defense coordinator for the 49ers.
He's
That's pretty
actually a candidate for one of these teams.
for
I
one of
heard
these.
he's got interviewed.
Yeah. So to me, that's really good.
So
So I think as to me, I'm always going to favor get an offensive coordinator to get you guys.
so why
Um,
is so why is so why is
Miami didn't give him everything. If they gave him everything, they would make sure he didn't get on that plane.
correct? So I want DL to answer this next one. Should Josh McDaniel or is he leaving for that Las Vegas job?
I don't see why he would. He ain't in no position. I mean, like I said, then again, what was our defensive coordinator? Matt Patricia. He left and went and coached the Lions. I don't know if they see success outside of Bill, then maybe. But I don't see why Josh McDaniels would leave. Y'all said he might be successor the successor
Yeah.
for Bill Belichick, but
So
I don't see that. I think he's good with his
so no,
offensive coordinating job.
So you
bro,
don't
Rebuilding.
think he
he
could
is the
be a head
successor.
coach?
Hmm?
He is the successor. You know that,
In
right?
my
Because
opinion, if since he turned down that coach's job,
right, that's
was a
why
better
he's the
fit
successor.
for him, he should stay in New England.
Yeah. And then he has Mac Jones as a young. He's developing. He about to start developing him if he can be developed.
I'm
But
just saying. I'm just trying to figure out why you would leave because you
yeah, he's
had a
in a good
great chance
position.
to leave a couple years ago with I forgot what team it was, but it was a head coaching job, and he was about to take it. And Bill Belichick basically was like called him into the office, and next thing you know, he went back on his agreement,
Yeah, he
saying,
did
I'm,
something coach
I'm
job. Yeah,
yeah, I'm back. I'm staying with Patriots because I think Bill Belichick was like, dude, I'm not doing this for much longer.
Yeah, they all three of them. Our owner too. They got a pretty good relationship. I think
But
they already knew what was going on.
it sounds like the Raiders are heavily trying to get a Patriots guy because before McDaniel's name came up, it was Gerard Mayo. So they're trying to tap into that Bill
We
Belichick
breed
tree.
good coaches, bro. Our
Yeah.
organization.
All right, this is the last coaching change or coaching talk topic, and we can get into the big the big thing that DL has been
Yeah,
waiting
no,
to
that's
talk
what I
about.
was looking at that whole time we y'all was
So
talking about this.
so dude, I don't think Josh McCown is deserving, but Josh McCown, for anybody that doesn't know, is on second round interviews with the Texans. Yes, he's played 18 plus or whatever seasons in the NFL, has a lot of NFL experience, but he does not have the coaching experience. Prior to this, he was coaching high school football wherever he's from right now, living. I think there's more deserving coaches out there that should be getting interviews and should get that job over him. Granted, McCown probably has extensive knowledge and knows the game, but I I don't think it would be a good hire. The fact of the matter is the Texans even like kind of stated that they were interviewing McCown, hoping other people would interview McCown because it would make them look smart, saying, okay, other teams are looking at
that
this guy
is
as a head coach.
hilarious.
Hmm.
So
Hilarious.
so the fact that they didn't see anybody interviewing McCown, and McCown was like, "I'm all in. If you want me to, I'm telling you, I'm all in." They're like, "Okay, this is my top candidate. I like it," but I think that would be a mistake. I think there's more deserving guys out there, in my opinion. I don't know if y'all have much to say about that, but
Yeah, I don't think he even warrants it. You're a high school coach. They might as well go ask. They should have went to Philip Rivers first. Was
should have
his
went to
high school team?
should have went to
Was his high,
Kevin James.
was his high school team even good?
I don't know. I just know he came from high school.
Yeah. So no, we need to cut this bullshit out.
We don't
And
need to talk about the remaining coaching positions. We could save that for another day. But
let's get to the last topic. The last topic. Let's get to it.
so this is the last topic. I saw this tweet that I presented to the group the other day, and it was Aaron Donald tying the total amount of years making All Pro, and the person he tied it with was Hall of Fame linebacker Ray Lewis. Now we all know Aaron Donald is not old right now. He is in the prime of his career. Still,
Still, that's a fact.
he's been the best defensive player for probably the last 5 years in the league. He's had defensive player of the years. If he continues this trajectory, will he go down as the best defensive player to ever play the game? And
So
that's if he gets Super Bowl rings too, which he probably will end up with another. He has one, right? He does have a
not
ring. No, he will end up with a ring. I think.
You know.
I think.
um,
I think he. It's a good discussion.
I think if he continues on this path, I don't see where he's gonna get at least 10 All Pros. I think we can all agree to that. I think, like you say, he's been the best defensive player for the past 4 or 5 years. Um, TJ Watt. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year, rightfully so. But he has multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. Continue to win them. I just don't see a place where he's not considered the greatest defensive player of all time. And for me as a former D lineman, I love that because he affects the game in the run game and the pass game.
It's
You have to
like
double
yeah,
team or triple team him.
right. Like
So to me, he continues on this path that he's on for the next 4 to 5 years. Yeah, best defensive player of all time.
saying, he gets sacks. He gets hella sacks from the nose D tackle position. He gets tackles for losses, and even when he doesn't get the tackles, he affects the play every time. He's not. There
Every
isn't a
game.
play. There isn't a play he isn't influencing the play at all. Like there isn't one play you can pull out. Like okay, he didn't impact that play at all. He's always affecting the play in some way. Now I know DL has a view of different people that he believes, but that's I'll let DL. What do you think,
I like how
DL?
y'all try to turn the whole thing on me and like make it seem like I'm just disagreeing with y'all about the fact that Aaron Donald's a dominant player. Y'all saying decent. Y'all saying defensive player,
Right.
as in I understand. The only reason why y'all saying that is because every single play of the game, D linemen are a part of making you know what I'm saying, making the play. Whether it's a pass, a run, whatever. You're rushing. You're at least setting your gap. So you have the opportunity every single play to make a play. So I understand why he's so dominant. As I give him this credit, I'm not saying he's not the best D lineman of all time or best, you know what I'm saying, down hand in the dirt player of all time. You're not going to sit here and tell me there are not a lot of players, dominant linebackers, who can do the same thing standing up on the line, have the same impact, rushing the quarterback,
I'm
Ooh,
glad
stopping
you
the
say
run,
that.
set.
I'm glad you said
Lawrence,
that.
Lawrence Taylor, for
Okay.
one, and I'm just naming. I might have just named linebackers who have the same impact as Aaron Donald does on the game. Like you just said, TJ Miles Garrett. I'm not saying that they're as good as him. No,
not
I'm not saying
not.
that.
So the
I'm
teams
stop,
don't have the
stop.
same
I'm not
impact.
saying they don't have. How does he not have the same impact?
TJ
Miles,
Watt, yes. Miles Garrett, no.
all right, okay. Lawrence Taylor, like
So
I said, Ray
no,
Lewis, like I
I
said.
wouldn't say Lawrence Taylor because we this is what our argument was beforehand. I'm gonna get into it.
Whoa, what you mean you wouldn't say Lawrence Taylor?
You said
Aaron Donald.
impact on the
Aaron
game, bro.
Donald.
Impact on the game.
What you're saying? He could play basically. You're saying what? Didn't let's
I'm
go back.
saying if you put Lawrence Taylor in Aaron Donald's position, standing
No,
up, he will have the same effect.
no,
Yes,
I mean, well,
that's what I'm saying.
he was
no.
standing up. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive player to ever play the game.
You're not going to put Lawrence Taylor at his size in the dirt with
This
four
was
hands on the
this
ground.
was
Like you're not
back to
doing
our
that.
argument. Aaron Donald can play all four or five, whatever you want to say it, because his nose can be the fifth, but
Bro,
all five positions
Lawrence
on the D line.
and not, I'm not
Lawrence
even
Taylor's
using.
not playing nose. He's not playing
I'm
D
not going to.
tackle.
I'm not even going to use this for my argument. But Lawrence Taylor damn near played in a era where they didn't even have face masks.
Okay, but
You
he's not
can't
playing D tackle.
you can barely touch a lineman or do whatever on in today's game without getting a flag for one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not forget that at the same time. So like I said, impacting the game, Chris, as far as what does Aaron Donald do? Rush, get sacks, um, tackles for losses, play in the box,
Pressures.
pressure. Yes, that's what linebackers do. That's what
Right.
linebackers do, and then more.
Lawrence Taylor.
Move into the third level.
Lawrence
Are
Taylor
you
is
telling
known
me? Are
for
you
his
telling me
edge rushing ability.
Lawrence Taylor is known for making plays, Chris?
He made
He's
plays.
not.
Don't disrespect Lawrence
He's not.
Taylor.
But I'm saying you're
Lawrence
not.
Taylor
You're
is
not
known for
moving.
making
You're not
plays
moving him to the D tackle position or
because
over the center.
he's not 285.
He doesn't need to do
My
that to
point.
have impact.
My
What
point
is
is
your point?
Aaron Donald.
You're not putting Aaron Donald at linebacker, Chris.
Aaron Donald could play that outside backer and
No,
still get sacks. Yes, he could.
No, let's stop.
Bro,
no.
Stop.
yes, he could.
Stop.
Yes, he
Stop.
could.
Is
Stop.
he
Yes, he could.
covering someone?
Yes,
Is
he
he
could.
covering someone,
Yes, he
Chris?
could.
Is he covering
No,
someone?
he's
All
strictly a
right
rush.
then. So stop.
He's
So
strictly a
stop.
rush.
So
How
so
many interceptions does Lawrence Taylor have covering somebody? I want to know.
meaning Lawrence Taylor has a bigger impact on the game because he
I'm
can
about to
do
look
the
up
same
his
thing
career
as Aaron
interception.
Donald and more.
I
Correct.
don't think he got
He can
interceptions like
rush.
that.
He can rush, tackle, and cover because he's a linebacker.
No. So would you say Micah Parsons has more impact than Aaron Donald? You wouldn't say that.
Not right now. No, he will. By the end of his career, yes,
So he'll be a better player.
So
possibly.
Lawrence Taylor played 12 years and he had 9 interceptions. You're acting like he's out there
How
picking
many does
everything.
Aaron Donald have, Chris?
He plays D tackle.
It doesn't
Let's
matter.
go
So that's
facts,
my point. It doesn't
strips,
matter. It doesn't
everything.
matter. Your job on defense is to get the ball, make a play on defense. There's no I can't make a play without having. No, bro. Your impact is felt on
140.
defense by what you do. Period. Likewise, moving to the third level, you didn't even let me get to the DBs. There are hella DBs who can do the same thing, bro, at their given their size. And
No,
Sharp,
I don't agree with that.
that's just hey, you can't. I'm Cam Chancellor can't play in the box,
But he can't cover that well.
and that's bad because he's the DB, which is bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you putting him
There's
in,
there's nothing about Aaron Donald's position that he does bad.
but I'm saying there are players who can do what Aaron Donald does and more.
No,
So how so I, like I said,
and more.
yes, and more. Like what do you
And more,
mean?
nah, bro. He literally like he has. I don't. I you say same.
I'm not saying Aaron Donald isn't a dominant player.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
I'm not putting no D lineman in my top 3 defensive players of all time. Period.
That is wow. But you say so. Lawrence Taylor's not the greatest defensive player.
No, I didn't say that. I said he's in my top 3. Him, Ray Lewis, and Sean.
But
Taylor.
he's basically like that. He's basically like that. First of all, Sean Taylor is not even top.
He's not.
Because he
That's
did
y'all
not.
opinion. That's y'all opinion. But Sean Taylor
Your thing is off
is
an
better.
opinion right now.
Look, based off of them 3.5, y'all keep on saying 4 seasons. Sean Taylor actually had 3.5 seasons because he was killed in the middle of his season. So he had 3.5 seasons, and his stats are that and
He never
similar
made
to.
all pro.
Look,
I understand that. That would kill that argument because, like I said, Minka made 2 All Pros, and he's not better than Sean Taylor. You said that.
His season was
By
better.
the end of his career, he might be. No,
His seasons
nope,
were
nope,
better.
nope, nope, nope,
He was.
nope,
Let
nope,
me
nope.
pull it. I'm gonna pull it up.
Go tackles, maybe interception.
Yo,
Go tackles.
we know Sean Taylor was great. It's a
So y'all-
tragedy,
so-
bro.
no,
It's a
so-
tragedy he got killed, but it's facts. I'm sorry,
It's facts that you can't discredit him because he passed away. That's not fair.
dude. But we're
Keeping
talking
all
about
variables even. If he was to keep the same
greatest
stats.
of all
His first year,
time.
he had 80 tackles. That's a rookie. Safety.
Dude.
Like what?
I'm just
80
saying,
tackles
it's
as a
hard
safety?
to call him top 3 or even a top 3 greatest defensive players when he only played 3.5 years. When he's not even top 3 safeties technically, because you got Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, and B-Dog.
Yes.
And Ronnie Lott.
Yes. And the fact that you can compare him given his 3.5 seasons is wild. Because every season that he played, he had a great impact for the Redskins.
I know.
Come on, bro.
I've said this, and we said this beforehand. If Sean Taylor played a full career, absolutely. No question about it.
All right, so let me ask you this. Based off of what Sean Taylor has done, time out. And the 300, go ahead and say this season.
Yeah, 80 tackles as well.
Yeah. You said what? You said who?
Minka, his first season, he had 80 tackles as well.
Okay, what their stats look like in the first 4 seasons comparing?
First 4 seasons?
And
or 3.5.
I'm sorry, Dio. It's also not the greatest thing if your safety might be leading your team in tackles.
He played with the Redskins. That's not his fault. It's the Redskins, bro.
And I'm not hearing that either because they had other players surround him. They had LaRon Landry, who was
LaRon Landry, Chris. LaRon Landry.
He was supposed to be, right?
Oh my goodness.
Was he not?
Fred Smoot, bro.
Fred Smoot was lit, actually. Let's be real.
Oh
Fred
my
Smoot was lit.
God, bro.
Champ Bailey, come on now.
When he played with the Redskins,
Come on now. Champ Bailey, Fred Smoot,
Albert Hainsworth. Come on, bro.
Albert Hainsworth was bad after signing that. That's not a good.
Sean Taylor was the best player on the.
He had London Fletcher also, dude. One of the greatest linebackers.
Sean Taylor was the best player by far for the Washington Redskins. Point blank. Period.
Okay, yes, he's great. Like I just said, he's great, but he's not top 3. He's not.
So if he's not top 3 in his position, he can't be top 3.
Right.
All
and
but
like
he's
I
only
said,
not top 3 because he passed away. That's the only argument I have.
We know that. We're not arguing with you on that.
You're going on an if. Like if he continues to played. So
No, I'm
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
he
It's
is.
if.
I'm saying
And, and
regardless, bro.
like I stated prior to the stream, I don't even like to say there's a greatest defensive player of all time. I like putting them in positions because
That's fair.
there's
Yeah,
so
that's
many great
fair.
players. There's so many great players. It's hard to say this is the greatest defensive player of all time.
That's fair. But what I'm saying is, bro, you can put Sean Taylor on the line standing up, and he will have, bro. He's huge. He's big. No pause, but like, come on, bro.
We're not arguing that.
My
We
my, my
know.
argument is dominance and athleticism, bro. That's my argument. Period.
I
Ed
hear
Reed,
you.
dominant and athletic. He can return punts.
But
Come on
Ed
now.
Reed also has hell of all pros, hell of Pro Bowls, has a
Not in
ring.
his first 4 seasons, though.
I'm pretty
Sean
sure
he
in his
got
Taylor's
first
all.
four
stats look the
seasons
same as everybody else's in the first 4 seasons, first three
bro,
and a
in
half
his first four
seasons, bro.
seasons, Ed Reed broke
And
records.
he didn't. And
What?
the reason why he probably didn't make All Pro was because he was playing with the Redskins, whose passing
Nah,
defense was terrible.
nah, that's not a reason. If you a bucket, you a bucket.
No, man. That's easier to say in basketball where you're more highlighted. Football, no. It's a team effort, dude.
Because you good.
The Rams defense are good. That's why Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying, can get that recognition.
No, they were good. They're good because of him.
No, they're not good. So it's
Mhm.
just because of him.
They're good because of him.
They have the number one corner in the league. Wayne,
Why
what are
you
you
think that number
saying?
one corner in the league wanted
Oh
to
my
come
God, he
there?
was a number one corner when he was playing with
Why you think he wanted
Oh
to
my
come
God,
there?
bro.
Because he had Aaron Donald.
Stop
He's
it,
like,
bro.
oh shit, if Aaron Donald's rushing the quarterback, then I don't have
Bro,
to do all this work.
the Rams can rush four and get to you because of him inside.
mean,
You acting
You have to put two guys on him. You have to.
so
If you don't,
the Rams defense overall isn't good.
the Rams defense is probably the reason why I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's
their
why I picked
defense
them
is
in the
good.
Super
They
Bowl.
Is
added pieces to it.
Is Aaron
But
Donald the reason
he
why
is
the
a
Rams
stoner.
defense is good? I
He's
guess.
the
Yes,
cornerstone.
He's
one
the
of them.
sole reason why. He's the sole reason why. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Do,
You
did
take
you listen
away
to what
Aaron. You
the
take
reason
away Aaron
why?
Donald. You take Aaron Donald has more impact than Jalen Ramsey. You call him the number
Correct.
one corner.
Aaron Donald gets tackles for
Because Jalen
losses.
Ramsey has to shut down one person. Like, what do you mean? You have to literally run away from Aaron Donald. Like,
Dude,
what are you talking about?
All game
AD
long.
gets tackles for
Yes,
losses. He gets sacks, and
he's
he
he's
shuts down
the first
rushing
line of
attacks.
bro. He's the first line of defense. That's what y'all not understanding. Every
That's
single
why.
play.
That's why I think it's blasphemous for you to say that a defensive lineman cannot be one of the greatest defensive players of all time.
I'm saying if you were to
That's
put
wicked.
someone like if you were to put someone like that in the box, they would have the same impact. Wayne, that's all.
No,
He plays
someone
so
No,
close
great.
to the
Someone
he
great.
plays so close to the ball. That's why his impact is
that's
so
not.
big.
Oh,
Why do
So,
you not
no,
understand
no,
that the
no, no.
point of
Stop.
defense is
I
to get
got
the
you, Wayne.
ball? Like, what are you
oh.
So,
saying?
No one
question.
ever said Warren Sapp was the greatest defensive player. No one ever said Reggie White was the greatest defensive player of
Oh
all
my
time.
God! Now
And
you
he's
got
great.
so Warren Sapp was as dominant as Aaron Donald, bro.
No, that's a point.
That's not a point. What are you saying?
You didn't,
You're comparing. You're saying you're making it seem like I'm saying Aaron Donald is not dominant, bro. I'm saying he's dominant,
You're saying
and the reason why it shines so much is because he's so close to the ball, bro. And then his defense having Jalen Ramsey
he was
what should we call
he
it?
was
Von Miller, like all
he
these.
was him before them before they got
Yes.
there.
And what was he doing? Did he win any rings? No.
Went to the
So,
Super Bowl without them too.
huh?
He went to the Super Bowl without them too.
Did he win? Ain't got no rings. That's a part of your argument, right?
Oh my
Having
God!
rings.
Now when I
That's what
talk
you're
about
saying.
defensive players, I don't talk about rings. Rings is
All right.
only for quarterback. Stop.
Aaron Donald is the best defensive lineman of all time. The most dominant defensive lineman of
He's
all
going
time. I would
to end
agree.
up being the best defensive player of all time too.
I think so.
I
I
don't
think
know.
so,
You say
bro.
Michael Parsons.
Bro, he's gonna get the.
Yeah.
He's still a rookie.
He's gonna
He's
get
still a
the All
rookie, bro.
Pros. He's gonna
Michael
get the
Parsons balling.
ring.
He's
He's
still a
gonna,
rookie.
dude. He's gonna be. He's gonna be.
I just like you know what I'm saying. I just like being an odd man out.
Clearly.
But nah, I mean, come on now. If you play in a box, bro, you impact the game more than you know what I'm saying. The defensive.
No one ever
obviously.
considered a defensive lineman to be the greatest of all time at their ever.
Never. I've never heard that. Not even Warren Sapp. And Warren Sapp was different.
Well, I mean, but Warren Sapp was just I'm not gonna say just a body. He was
Warren
big as
Sapp
hell. Him and Vince Wilfork, bro. Him and Vince Wilfork was known because they were just big as hell and they clogged gaps.
But Warren
Come
Sapp
on,
was
bro.
big as hell and could move.
He can move
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah, but they set the line, they clogged gaps.
Don't disrespect Warren Sapp, bro.
I'm not being disrespectful. How's that being disrespectful, bro? He played his position.
All right, man. All
Bro,
right, man.
all
Well,
I'm saying,
You
hold on,
don't think
one last thing. One last
Lawrence
thing.
Taylor and
Dude,
Henry can
dude,
fill
dude.
a hole? Troy
Theo,
Polamalu can
Theo,
fill a hole.
Theo.
Cam Chancellor can fill a hole,
I have
bro. Come on now.
never, I have
why is
never
Cam
seen
Chancellor in this discussion? Stop it.
Hey, I have never
Bro,
seen, and
Jamal
we
Adams.
can end with this little tidbit with Aaron Donald. This is a definition of greatness. I have never seen a D tackle in 1 year, D tackle, nose guard, get 20 and a half sacks from that position. 20 and a half.
Getting doubled and triple team.
Legendary. No other D
Agreed.
tackle is doing that.
He's
Extra dairy, no lactose intolerance.
no other quarterback is getting 11 picks either. So
He's ass.
Actually,
I'm not going to get started.
I mean, sorry, you said 11 picks, but Xavier Howard the year before that had 10. Oh,
it's
big
not
fucking
11.
one. Oh,
He played one more extra game.
Trayvon Diggs is the best cornerback ever, bro, because he has 11 picks.
All right, bro. I'm going to bed, man.
Like,
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for coming through, though. We really do
I
appreciate
know we
y'all.
didn't do the basketball today, but
It was
time
a
got away
football
from
pod.
us.
Time got
Yeah.
away from us. We will be back on Monday to discuss more of this football things, and then next Friday, we'll talk more about the basketball for you guys. But we appreciate you guys. We are now on Spotify and now on Apple, um, and I'm gonna upload all the episodes this weekend, so you'll see all of those. So make sure you guys are on Apple and Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you're at, and you listen to this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube. If you don't have Twitch, download that shit and follow us on Twitch at House Divided Sports. And then you find us House Divided Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Google. Give us a rating, give us a review, tell us what you like, tell us what you dislike. I don't care. Tell us what you want us to improve at. But we appreciate y'all for coming through and showing so much love. But yeah, man, until next time, we will see you guys. You know where you can find us, FTO Entertainment on Instagram, HD Sports Pod on Twitter. Y'all get the Twitter followers up. We got some more. And we on TikTok too at House Divided Sports. So holler at us there as well, man. Until next time, my name is Dwayne. My guys, let's get it.
Snoop.
And he's not always right.